Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV for your transfer deadline day show. Chelsea on the verge of coming to the end of the transfer market. Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is still the talk of the topic. We go into the last day, the last hours, trying to see whether we'll be able to get this deal across the line. We're going to go through today's news in and around Enzo Fernandez. We're also going to talk about Jorginho. Jorginho to Arsenal is a done deal. We're going to start with that. Hakim Ziyech to PSG is another one that is of interest, and we should keep our eyes on this one as well. Conor Gallagher as well. Could there be a late sell there? Chelsea are in a sticky position now. They've sold Jorginho. Jorginho is now left. So now they need to now they're in a position where we need a midfielder. We've lost another 6. We struggled with that number already. You'd think on the back of Jorginho getting sold that there was a reason behind it, that Chelsea have already planned for someone to come through the door. This is also the stuff that we're going to wait and see. And hopefully in the next couple of hours, while I'm live, we'll be able to learn more, especially on Enzo Fernandez specifically. We're going to go through everything in and around Chelsea on the last day, the last day of transfer talk of January. Lots to get into, lots to discuss. Make sure that you guys are smashing them likes as well as get these likes up. How quick can we get this to 100 likes? Keep hitting the likes for Enzo Fernandez as well. Let's keep trying to pump some positivity as much as we haven't had much positivity in today's show, in today's, news as so far, but we've got to read between the lines, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to start looking at some of these tweets logically. We're going to start trying to understand where we're going with this as well. Lots to be spoken to. You're still going to be stuck with me for the next couple of hours, so I don't know if you guys are happy with that. If you're cool with that, get your thumbs up. Get your thumbs up. Smash the likes, and let's cue the intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Welcome back to the Transfer Talk Show, the Transfer Deadline Day Show, where we will be pretty much bringing you breaking news as it happens for the next couple of hours, if we get any breaking news in and around Chelsea Football Club. We're all waiting for that Enzo Fernandez news mainly. We're still sitting on the edges of this as well. Rui Costa seems to be very hard to be negotiating with, very hard to try and get, some sort of agreement with. We're going to talk about him very soon. The pain that I am feeling with this Enzo Fernandez deal, I swear. Last night it was all built up again as, it's going to happen, this, that, and the other, and we'll make it work, and blah 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 blah. And this today has gone quietly sort of south. The fact that the board are still there, they're still sitting with Enzo Fernandez, they're still sitting with Rui Costa, with Benfica. What is it? Are we actually still negotiating? Have we had Rui Costa change his mind in the middle of the night? Have we still not really officially agreed a deal, even though the last payment structure we put forward was over 6 payments? What is it? Where are we going with this? What have we done? On top of that, could it be the flip side of it? Could it be a case that Enzo Fernandez himself and Benfica have agreed something with Chelsea, and that from the instance we are just waiting for Benfica to find a replacement? That is another maybe in many ways. But we're going to talk about all of that. And we're going to get into the tweets and go through everything as well. Just go through the chat. Over 200 people here already. Big up to every single one of you guys that are here. Please do us a favor, though, guys, through this show. Please make sure we're hitting the likes, subscribing to the channel as well. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be probably a roller coaster. And, we're going to go through this together, man. We're going to go through this together. Big up to Lee Taylor. Big up to you. Big up to Shock. Big up to Mass as well. RD is here as well. He's not happy with the fact that Jorginho has left Chelsea, which we're going to talk about first. Leo, big up to you as well. Nice to see you. Hope we have an answer on the... Well, I think soon it's got to be in the next couple of hours. If Chelsea have got preferences elsewhere, targets elsewhere. You can't see him hanging around any longer. If it is the case that we're still negotiating, you can't see him hanging around any longer with Rui Costa and Benfica. You can't see them sitting there trying to negotiate some sort of deals still to this point. So this is the real big question, isn't it? And we're going to obviously talk about this in more detail. Matthew Lane says, hopefully this new meeting finishes soon and we know one way or the other wants to move. Listen, I just don't get players that I want, do I? Koundé didn't get it, got done on. Enzo Fernandez, I'm still staying positive. I'm still holding that. Come on, please, Chelsea. Just get this Rui Costa guy, who is a hard person to work with, to agree something with this football club, with Chelsea Football Club. And I'm just sitting there hoping. And the more and more I read the news today, the more and more I'm trying to slap it back. Every time it hits me in the face, slap. And this way, slap it, slap it, slap it. Like, I'm trying to stay positive in the fact that why would we waste so much time? We was there for a whole day yesterday and trying to negotiate a deal for Enzo Fernandez. Why is it now, today, all of a sudden, some of the journalists are jumping on the fact that maybe Rui Costa's turned the deal away, that we've got to have another meeting, that we've got to put another bid forward. I don't know, man. I don't know. Big up to Ashraf as well. He says, I know it's now or never for Enzo. 2 for 3 hours. Yeah, I think we're in a key period of the day. You could get an Ornstein dagger later on tonight. Don't get me wrong. You could get an Ornstein dagger at 10 o'clock at night or something, which don't surprise me. Just bear in mind, guys, we are on a transfer deadline day. And let's be serious. I do think football clubs in general try and make things dramatic as possible. And that sounds stupid, but I do think that they try and, like, make it fit in the whole drama, the whole drama of transfer day. And there's going to be a lot. I'll tell you now, I'm expecting a lot to happen from now till 11 o'clock tonight. I am expecting a lot, whether it's Enzo Fernandez, whether it's not, whether it's Caicedo, whether it's whoever the we link to. Letting Jorginho go, which we're going to talk to in a minute, is, I think we only have a few more hours left. I agree, Aaron. Big up to you, Matthew. Nice to see you. Shangri, nice to see you as well, Aaron. Chelsea Ultras, big up to you. He's happy Jorginho is finally gone. I am not his biggest fan. I actually made it very clear that I actually kind of happy that he has gone. But in terms of the business side of it and the logical side of it, to do that, to then bring Enzo Fernandez in all day, I'm happy. Like, yeah, that makes sense. But if we don't, and we don't bring in anyone, then there's got to be conversations. I'm starting to lose hope. Rui Costa is still salty. He's just a hard person to work with, if this is true. They might be using his name to delay so that Benfica can bring in their replacement. That's another thing, guys. Remember that. Jim, what the fuck is going on? I don't know, Vic. We are still waiting. That's what's going on at the moment. Hafiz, nice to see you. Paul, nice to see you. Daniel, nice to see you. Paul Z, Jamar, nice to see you as well. I believe we're getting him still. Some people in the chat feel confident, and that will be my first question to you guys in a minute. Is this going to be a long afternoon? Well, apparently, if it's true via sources, and we're going to talk about it in a minute, there's a discussion that is going to be had now as we speak. It's either now or never. Yeah, it's either now or never. Chelsea are currently in another meeting. Just now, 52 seconds ago from Piers, actually. Should we just bring it up? We might as well bring it up, innit? 1 second. So 52 seconds ago, guys, this is what we got. Chelsea are now currently in another meeting with Benfica, which is being called decisive. So this is it, guys. I've gone live a little bit later. As I'm live with you guys and as we speak, it seems that Chelsea Football Club are currently having discussions. The last talk, potentially, as we're being told, for Enzo Fernandez. Maybe we've got one more structure that we can put forward to them. Maybe we will blink and be forced to lay down the full amount. Maybe they'll force us into that corner. Or is Benfica just really trying to push Chelsea to the limits? Really just trying to see what else they can get out of us? Who knows? But what we will know, and hopefully we'll know in the next couple of hours while we're live, is hopefully we'll get a response to this meet. So stay tuned, buckle up, get your snacks, get your drinks, get cozy. It's going to be a interesting show. Lee Taylor says, should we bend to Rui Costa and just pay the clause in one? This is the thing, Lee. Have we fucked up here in a way? Have we fucked up in regards to letting Jorginho go, thinking maybe that we've got Enzo on the back and then Rui Costa last minute's just thrown back? Oh no, I want the release calls. The full amount, no instalments, pay it. You know, this is it. Are Chelsea going to be forced into a corner? I don't know. We've been told that Chelsea have other targets. We've been told that if this doesn't work, we will go for our other targets. Whoever that is, it kind of worries me. I'll be honest with you. But let's see what happens in and around that as well. RD says Jorginho to Arsenal was a stupid move. He's not happy. It's Alex says I can't watch RLC. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah, he'll be used as another 6. Georgie was sold for a reason. Either he wanted to go or Enzo's really. Nyati, I have been carrying the same attitude all day. Why would we sell Jorginho to not bring someone in? It does not make any logical sense, even from business standpoint, even from these owners that are meant to be businessmen, people that know what they're doing, people that, do you know what I mean? Like, it don't add up, guys. It honestly does not add up for me. Nathan T says Chelsea may go back for Caicedo last minute. Well, apparently he's in London, according to one journalist. Big up to John Anderson as well. Nice to see you. Only option is to pay it their way if we really want this. I don't know, but we will find out very soon. We're going to find out very soon, aren't we, really? We are going to find out very soon what happens with Enzo Fernandez. Guys, in the meantime, make sure you're smashing the likes. We're going to talk about Jorginho. We're going to talk about Conor Gallagher. We're also going to talk about Hakim Ziyech, who we've got some news on today as well. Whilst in the midst of talking Enzo Fernandez, which we've got a couple of tabs to go through, we will open up the lines in the show as well to give you guys a chance to have your say. Yes, I've seen it. Thank you, Erin. Big up to you. Varna, nice to see you in the house. Aldani, nice to see you. Jim, why are we sitting Georgie knowing we still haven't? Well, this is the question mark, isn't it? Everyone's talking about Enzo, but I'm just excited to watch us play soon. Yeah, we are, Lee, but at the same time, it's about who are we bringing in? What are we doing? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we can't go into this next part of the season with another 6 gone. If you rate Jorginho or not, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But what I will say is that there is some other news in and around someone that we don't really care much about at the moment, but might as well bring him up in a second. Let me put him to the back there. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, guys. Big up to Ricky Ellis. I just need to get through everyone. I'm not meaning to say hello to everyone yet. Undertaker CFC, nice to see you. Kushal, nice to see you. John, nice to see you. I understand that, yeah, well, that is what we're going to talk about next. Jim, have a look at my tweet. It's my YouTube name. Have a look at my tweets, mate. Big up to Magic Prods. Nice. Actually, I think I've seen you before, bro. I think I've seen you on there before. Big up to you, man. Fab unpinned the Enzo tweet. Did he? Did he really? Did he? Oh, Fabrizio Romano. Yeah, because he's pinned. Yeah, because he's pinned Jorginho. Of course, he's going to do that. Of course, he was going to do that. But yeah, fine. You know that obviously had more steerway to it. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean Enzo ain't going to happen now. The next bit of news that we get from Ornstein, that we get from Cesar Mello, that we get from Fabrizio Romano to a degree, is the news. Is the news that we're waiting to see. Big up to Matt Falcone as well. Nice to see you as well. So as we understand, guys, nearly 400 of you here, 15 minutes in. Big up to every single one of you. Chelsea are currently in the meet. While we're live, Chelsea are currently discussing probably one more structure to Rui Costa and to try and get Enzo Fernandez. We know that Enzo Fernandez isn't training. He hasn't travelled with the squad today for their game due to this news. He won't be playing for them. He also wants the Chelsea move. But it's Rui Costa, guys. And that's the real big problem with all of this. Rui Costa seems to be a very hard person to negotiate with. And I'm not joking. It's really starting to grind me. Yeah. Especially when you're someone that you specifically want for so long, and how we were built up again through it yesterday and stuff. And this is the issue. So anyway, we'll come back to Enzo Fernandez in a second. Lyon have open talks to sign Bakayoko from Chelsea. Hallelujah. Take him off the books. Waste the space. Waste the money. Don't even know why we bought him in the first place. Looks good with Monaco. Didn't work out. Who cares? You know, move on from it, sort of thing. Like, that's an interesting one as well, actually. Even though it's not nothing to do with Chelsea, that's quite interesting. I'll bring that up in a second as well. Yeah, you know, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Just get out of the club. Get out of the club, mate. I don't have nothing like I have nothing more to say. I know I sound like I'm very like stuttery at the moment because I'm looking at news at the moment, but who really cares about Bakayoko when we're trying to sign a fucking 6? Something that we need right now. Chelsea Football Club need a midfielder. Todd Bowley, Egbali, try and throw in their blimmin' hammer and tongs at this Enzo deal to get it done. But we are up against time. We have 7 hours left of this deadline day. We have to get Enzo. Enzo is the priority. And the problem now is, are we going to be forced to pay it all up front somehow? Is that the only way? Is that the only way that we're going to be able to attract Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea? Really? There has to be another way. There genuinely has to be another way from this. But who knows? Guys, make sure we're smashing the likes as always. Please subscribe to GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV as well. Big up to everyone that is coming through at the moment. It seems like Lewis is decided to raid the chat. Big up to him. We've got Sammy Barnes in the house. Nice to see you. Big up to Ilya as well. Harry's in the house. He says, big up to Lewis for the raid. Yeah, I gave him a raid yesterday, and now he's given me a raid. Big up to you guys as always. Thank you for big up to Lewis as well, man. Thank you, Lewis. You know, thank you for passing on the people. If Chelsea don't get, it's likely that they will succeed at that. Yeah, I know this one. People sending me stuff as we speak currently about Enzo Fernandez, about Moises Caicedo. We know, like I said, guys, from the current update, that as we speak right now, the board of Chelsea and Benfica are currently discussing a position, a move, a potential move, but a potential move for Enzo Fernandez if Chelsea can provide the right structure. And that's the biggest question there. Big up to Harry as well. Jem, do you want to cry in the Matic? I don't know how to feel right now. I genuinely don't know how to feel right now. Right now, I just feel... I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm trying... Every time I get slapped with this news that I've read today, I'm slapping it back. I'm like, slap. Get out of my face. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting. Jim, would you punch Rui Costa? Mate, did you not see my tweet earlier on? I said, get me a jet. Take me down to that board meeting. Get me over there. And I will slap Rui Costa in the face as hard as I possibly can. Probably knock some sense into him for us. You know, I'll do that for us. I will take one for the team. Even if I get arrested in Portugal and whatever else, I don't care. Just get me over there. Let me make sure Enzo's in that jet. First, I'll sneak Enzo into the Bowley jet. I'll walk up to him when he's talking to Bowley or Egbali, whoever's there, and I'll just slap him hard in the face. And I'll just say, mate, accept it now. None of this crap. Yeah? Enzo wants us, doesn't want you. We've been sitting here over a day and a half now, giving you 17 different structures. Give us our player. That's what I'll do. Yes, guys, nearly over 600 people here. Get the likes up. Let's try and get this over 200, 300 likes. 600 people, as always, in the chat. Big up. Javi says, surely if they are accepting installments, then we can negotiate. If they are accepted. Yeah, but that's the issue. And we're going to get to the installments because from what we understand at the moment, we've offered them 6 installments. 1 large one and 5 broken down. So is this meeting that we're working on? Because I don't think we want to pay up front. I don't think any club wants to pay 120 million euros or whatever up front. All right. I think the only way that we're going to get around this, guys, is again by cutting down the structure of the payments. So instead of 6, give them 3 or 4, whatever. I don't know. Just get it done, man. Just get it done. Ormstein. What about Ormstein? Ormstein update. Have we got an Ormstein update? Have we got an Ormstein update? Oh no, has the Ormstein dagger come out? Has the Ormstein dagger come out, guys? Let's have a look at what Ormstein's saying. Have we got an Ormstein dagger in the building? Nah, it's not what I think it is. No. However, it's about another player that's been supposedly linked to go. And one of the guys that we're going to talk to, we'll come back to Enzo in a second. Conor Gallagher staying at Chelsea. Seriously, don't want another loan, and permanent offers were below the valuation. Barring late twist, the 22-year-old midfielder will be at Stamford Bridge until at least summer, plus important part of the youth movement. Well, that goes against the whole thing of trying to sell homegrowns, right? To put us in profit, which we were being told. So, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I heard we were trying to get Conor Gallagher for 50 million. That was our set price for Conor Gallagher. 50 million. 50 million. You know, Everton put 40 million on the table. We should have took it. Was it 35 mil or whatever it was? We should have took it. I think we should have took it. You know, the issue of it all was that Conor Gallagher himself from what I understand, turned away the deal. And that's what we were told. It wasn't that Chelsea didn't slowly entertain it, but it was also Conor Gallagher didn't want to go over. So I don't blame him. Can't kind of just force players to go to teams. But we're being told that Manchester United and Newcastle are treated as direct rivals to Chelsea. And that's why Chelsea Football Club are not looking to sell. Let me mod up. Why can't I do it here? Oh no, I can't mod you, Javi. I'm not on the. Is there any mods in the Chelsea Fan TV side? If there is, mod Javi if you can, and yeah, try and control the chat because there's obviously people trolling in the chat as well. So please try and get that sorted. Yeah, going back to this. Yeah, you know. I think Newcastle, Man United, one of them, Newcastle offered something again low to what initially Chelsea wanted. So Chelsea have overvalued Conor Gallagher, and Conor Gallagher has turned away the idea of going to Everton when maybe Chelsea might have entertained it. That is where we're at. So there you go. News on Conor Gallagher is he's staying via Ormstein. And is that the first dagger of many daggers that Chelsea Football Club are going to get from David Ormstein? Big up to Harry. Thank you, Harry. Big up to you, man. Big up. Is this again another dagger that is this one of many daggers that we're going to get tonight from Ormstein? That's what we're going to have to wait and see as well. Right, let's move on from that. Now, this ain't really to do too much with Chelsea, but it's quite an interesting topic because obviously Fabrizio Romano has brought out a comment around Rafael Leao that says the AC Milan official statement follows rumours of a new deal talk collapse with Rafael Leao. Stories on negotiations collapse with Leao are fake, also damaging image of both club and player. AC Milan keep negotiating with him. So basically, they're probably giving him an offer and he's probably declined it. But to say that it's completely collapsed is probably the wrong word, which is what journos do. They like to use these big words to make it sound like, oh my God, it's finished, like people have been doing today about Enzo Fernandez. And I'm not saying that we might not get him because that might be the case, but this is why, guys, you have to be patient. Why would Chelsea Football Club be wasting as much time as they are in Portugal if we weren't confident? I don't say confident, but if we weren't confident of striking a deal. But interesting stuff because now we ain't going to go for someone like Rafael Leao. We've got Madueke, we've got Mudryk. Why are we going to look at him? Makes no sense, does it? Makes no sense why we would do that. So yeah, Rafael Leao looking to strike a deal there. And now let's go on to Jorginho because Jorginho is an interesting one, right? Obviously, it picked up speed yesterday to the point now where he is now an Arsenal player. Here we go. Deal agreed on 12 million fee. Chelsea accepted the conditions and documents are being prepared. Personal terms agreed. Contract until 2024 with an option further year. First contact revealed yesterday night. Medical booked. Arteta a key factor. Apparently Arteta loves him. Apparently Arteta really likes Jorginho. I don't know what the comment. I mean, that's welcome to the biggest club. Of course they would say that, wouldn't they? They would say that bullshit. Just reading a comment that someone sent me. Yeah, so, you know, that's where it was originally. And then it's now official. And this might hurt people's eyes. This might hurt people's eyes that are big fans of Jorginho. So Jorginho stands. Jorginho has completed medical tests and he is set to sign the contract as a new Arsenal player until June 2024 with an option until 2025. 10 million plus 2 million fee as well. Obviously, Ziyech, which we're going to talk about in a minute as well. But Jorginho's gone, guys. He's gone. Dusted. Sold. Now, remember, he would have walked free in the summer. So from the business element of it, have Chelsea done well in getting 12 million? Yeah, to a degree. For once, we've not sold we've not allowed a player to walk for free. Now, I know a lot of Chelsea fans would say, well, I'd rather him walk to free and gone to Italy. He's gone to our direct rival. I get that. But then there's a couple of things in all of this for me, right? From the way we look at it with a board to the way we look at the deal with Arsenal. They've obviously showed interest, right, to the board. The board have obviously responded back. Arsenal spoke to Jorginho, and Jorginho has agreed to go to Arsenal. Let's be serious, because if he really wanted to stay, he could have just turned it away and said, no, I'm staying here. I'll see out the rest of my deal, and I'll go to Italy. But he didn't. Chelsea obviously are looking at it, all right, they'll make 12 million. Do it. It's only 12 million, but theory, still 12 million for a player that's going to go free in the window. So it's one of these ones, right? You saw Conor Gallagher against with the Everton scenario. Apparently turned it away straight up. Said, no, not interested. Don't want to play for you. Chelsea pulled away from the whole idea. You know, this whole thing of, oh, it's the Bulls' fault. We sold him. It's their fault. Blah, blah, blah. Jorginho's obviously agreed to wanting to go as well. He obviously wants to go. And that's the mentality side of it. Now, Jorginho's done some good things at Chelsea. I'm not going to knock him. I'm not his biggest fan. Never have been. Yeah. You know, he was one of the ones that I thought would leave in the summer and needed to leave in the summer. Yes, he's gone to a direct rival. I get that. Who are top of the league. Anyway, maybe he sees there's a good chance for him to go and win some silverware over there. Cool. Fine. Now, the only thing that really annoys me with the Jorginho deal, the only one thing, and it's not about Jorginho going to Arsenal because I don't care, because his mentality to want to go to Arsenal is on him. That's what he chose to do. So that's on him. But in terms of where it does annoy me is that when you see news like this of Jorginho leaving, oh, we've got some more news, have we? We got some more news. What is the news? Let me come back to Jorginho in a second. I want to say, because people tell me Fabrizio. Here we go. Oh, okay. We'll come back to that in a second because it's Enzo Fernandez. And everyone wants to know Enzo Fernandez. We'll get into that in a second. But let me finish what I was saying about Jorginho. And then we'll go to Enzo Fernandez. You know, he's chose to go on his own back. He wants to go and play for Arsenal. He sees a chance to potentially win silverware. He's made that decision as well. As much as the board have sold him for 12 million and made money from him, you can have the ump with the board. Yeah, I get that. You should also look at the fact that Jorginho wanted to go there anyway. Business is business. Football is football. And this is what I keep saying. This is why we shouldn't get emotionally attached too much to players, because this stuff happens. Now, where it does annoy me from the board side is that when you see a deal like this go through, where you lose another midfielder in a limited number of sixes that we have anyway, you expect Chelsea to at least have something planned, right? Now, when I saw this, I just thought, wow, Enzo Fernandez, done. It's got to be. Why would we rush to commit to this deal so quickly? Now we're sitting in a position where we're still waiting to see whether we can get a deal from Enzo Fernandez. So has this backfired on Chelsea? Has what we heard last night, what was built up to them being advanced and this, that, and the other of us, changed this morning? And we're going to talk about Enzo Fernandez very shortly. What is it that's now, what is the issue with the Enzo thing? So for me right now, this becomes a very annoying deal if we don't get Enzo. And then it's about who do we bring in if we don't get Enzo. So then I'll give them time till the end of this window to show us who they bring in. So, at the end of the day, Jorginho going, cool. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't. It just shows the mentality of him. And obviously we've seen a chance to take money out of it. Cool. Yeah. But what annoys me more than anything is if we do not get a player, Enzo specifically, we have to get one midfielder in. And that's with Kovacic, Zakara and Kante, who's still injured. So we've actually limited ourselves even more. We actually need two. So, feel how you want to feel. Whether you liked him or you don't like him, doesn't matter. He's gone now. What I want to know now is what the board are going to do. What are the board going to do about replacing him? Because you have took another 6 out of a limited number of what we have already. And if we don't see this guy coming, they better have some other big plans. They better have some big other plans, because this is the breaking news from Fabrizio Romano on Enzo Fernandez. Discussions are still ongoing between Chelsea and Benfica for Enzo Fernandez. The deal has not, with a big NOT, not collapsed as things stand. Hashtag deadline day. Chelsea are still trying. One to follow in the next hours, he said. So could be while we're live. And all he's done really is recycled what we already know. That Chelsea are in a current meeting with them to try and get a deal signed off. Benfica and Chelsea have both not come back and confirmed that it's not what the word collapse. I'd use the word more of, come to an agreement more than anything. So, guys, it is about who blinks first now. Can Chelsea get Benfica to blink? And I feel that with Chelsea, they've completely committed to the Enzo Fernandez. Maybe it's a scenario, and this is the other thing. Maybe, and this is just quickly stay on Enzo before we go to someone else and come back to Enzo. Maybe it's a situation of this. And I think it could be this. Thinking about how we're acting right now. We are coming to the end of this transfer deadline day. We've got a couple hours left, right? We're still in all Portugal. Well, supposedly 3/4 of our board are all committed over there in Portugal to try and get this deal done for Enzo Fernandez. We spent all day yesterday giving them different types of structures. We took Barnard out there to lay all these different structures that work for Chelsea, that are feasible, that probably comply with FFP, and we've tried to attack it that way, right? At the end of last night, we get this feeling that potentially that we've, Rui Costa's gonna accept that, whatever we've given him as a last structure has worked. And then this morning we start getting, and we're going to go through the tweets in a minute, but we start getting these tweets about this, this not happening, this, oh, it's collapsed, oh, Chelsea, Rui Costa's turning it away, this, that, and the other. Fine. David Ornstein hasn't confirmed that. Cesar Mello hasn't confirmed that. And Fabrizio Romano, as we speak right now, hasn't confirmed that. So nothing's collapsed. It might be a case that we're still negotiating for Enzo Fernandez at this point, and this is true. All right? But what I would say from the Chelsea standpoint is that maybe it's the factor that we're actually looking at this as all or nothing. Maybe the fact that we've wasted so much time to this point is that we are not really we don't really want to leave without getting him on there. If that means we're there till 10 o'clock at night, we'll do it. Maybe we'll end up being forced into a position where we spend. Oh my God, we've got some more breaking news, guys. More breaking news. And it comes via Fabrizio Romano as well. And this is the next one that has just come in as well. Conversations in the afternoon on Enzo were positive. Conversations in the afternoon on Enzo were positive. Now, again, it doesn't mean I'm going to jump out my chair and doing all this because I haven't got the here we go. I need the here we go. We need the here we go. But the fact that we've now got this comment, from Fabrizio Romano tells me maybe there's a chance. And to add to that, and to add to what has just gone on to there, which we're going to come back into a second, we've also got this, which is breaking news as well. Apparently, the people that are involved in this deal at the moment are the Dons. Crunch time. We've got Todd Bowley, Egbali, and Rui Costa all in this deal. And this goes back to what I just said to you guys just now. We are committing to this deal. I think we're actually going all in. I actually don't even think we've got another plan. I think the plan was to let Jorginho go because of the structure of trying to bring Enzo in, and we had to release the midfielder. And I think it's now at the point now where they're like, shit, we've lost Jorginho. We've got to come back with Enzo. We've been here too long. We can't go and fly back to London and go and get a Caicedo. We've just not got enough time. We have to walk away with this player. And to the fact that Bowley, Egbali, and Costa are all having discussions now, and it's now becoming more positive, tells me that maybe Bowley and Egbali are maybe coming to an agreement with Costa in terms of what they want. Now, what is it that Rui Costa has wanted all this time, up to this point? Rui Costa. He has wanted the full release clause paid up front. He's wanted the full release clause paid up front. 2 seconds. I'm just going to quickly do something in between that. He wants the full release. You know, they want the full release up front. So what does this mean now? Does that mean Chelsea have come or maybe blink in terms of, you know, agreeing something more closer to what Rui Costa wants? Does that mean that we've managed to persuade Rui Costa himself to take to take up the deal with us? What does it mean? All that it means right now, guys, is that it isn't dead. That it isn't in the mud. It isn't collapsed yet. Now, I'm not saying what Fabrizio Romano is saying is gospel. We've seen how things could change so quickly, and it can change. An all-steam dagger would be perfect at this moment in time. But the fact that we've now got this on top of the positive, on top of Bowley and Egbali now being involved in this, is very interesting. Interesting. So on top of that, apparently Chelsea insist on Enzo Fernandez and Benfica has Santiago Heze in its sights as a possible replacement. And apparently he might be apparently flying. So apparently he might be flying to Portugal. Apparently. So this could be a case of that we've struck a deal. They've gone back for this guy. He's now going to fly over. We then get the paper signed, take Enzo on a jet back to... The thing is, guys, we've got to get Enzo at the back of the jet and back into England, you know, quickly. So, I don't know, man. This is still up in the air. Everything's still up in the air, guys. Smash the likes. There's over 800 people here right now. Nearly 1,000 people here. 800 people. Get these likes up, guys. How many likes we got? Let's have a quick look. Smash the thumb for Enzo Fernandez. Smash the thumb for Enzo Fernandez. And do you know what's even more greater than that? Is the man that's actually put this tweet up is here. CFC Pies is in the building. Big up to him. What are we saying, bro?
I'm nervous, bro. What about you?
Bro, I must sound like a fucking madman on the show. The first minute I'm like, next minute I'm like, you're giving me this news, Pies, and you're giving me life. When I'm reading this, I'm like, is this positive? The fact that Bowley, Egbali, and Costa are all sitting down, and then we got told from Fabrizio that it's positive as well. What do you think, mate? Come on, what do you think? What's going on?
I mean, I can't lie. That stream was positive. I think, I mean, you know, I've been messaging Fabrizio today, and he's been telling me, you know, it's not off. It's not off. Conversations. But I think it was interesting because he was supposed to go on his live stream. It was supposed to start at 6 p.m. and he said to me, "I'm going to start it now. You know, come join," sort of thing. And then obviously he was talking about Enzo, and I think, I don't know, he mentioned the fact that Chelsea fans were panicking. I don't know whether he wanted to go live to reiterate and drop a couple of bits in there, but yeah, from what I understand, there is a huge meeting going on right now. I believe it started at 2:30. UK time. So, I mean, yeah, it is very interesting. What I took from it was that Bowley, Egbali, and Costa, apparently the talks are, as Fabrizio said, they're now down to those three. So, it's the end game. It's the end game. We're going to find out soon.
Pies!
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
the
take
end
this,
game, bro.
mate. My heart's going. I can't take
It's
this.
the end game. It's the end game for sure.
I can't take this, bro. I can't take this.
But there's I mean, if you know, as Fabrizio said, like there's no Vivel, there's no anyone else anymore. It's the owners. So I mean,
this is
what was
serious.
interesting is what was interesting is he did say, like, if Costa has to sell him, he wants to do it on like the best way possible, and like, but yeah, I mean, it's just for
What is
me
the
the
best?
talk
Well, this
was
is what I
like,
want to. What is
yeah,
the best way possible? Is it that we have to bow down to Rui Costa's pay it up front all at once? What do you think?
yeah, I mean, no, I don't know. I feel like the best solution is to or like let him stay until the summer. I think for both parties that would be the best solution. But Chelsea need someone right now. We've sold Jorginho, bro. We have no player that can
Mm.
play in the six. Like, it's ridiculous. I have no like that's a whole different subject. But the fact that we did sell Jorginho, it just yeah. I mean, also like there's been a few sort of soundings that Chelsea like the last resort is to trigger that release clause, just
Mm.
full up pay it up front. Um, and
Do-
I wouldn't put that past us, but at the same time, everything we've been told, up until now is that Chelsea won't do that. Obviously, it has big tax implications. I think as well is one of the main things. So
Do
yeah,
you know what I'd say to that, Pies? Like, I was just thinking that before you dropped all that, I was literally talking about the position that we may find ourselves in. I was just trying to really understand from where we were yesterday to where we are now and how it's all gone. I know we had a bit of negative news in the morning, but we never really got it from an Ornstein or a Fab. You know, Merlot come out and said something, but he didn't kind of say it was off, did he? He just said that they weren't accepting what we originally put forward. But then I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, right, so we know what we need to do with Enzo Fernandez in terms of what they want, what Rui Costa wants as well. Because we've spent so much time, and I'm talking about from yesterday morning. Actually, it was the day before that, Pies, wasn't it? It was they were out there. When were they out there? They were out there the night before yesterday, wasn't they? Because they sent out Barnard, Vivell, and Mendes, right? So you had them out there supposedly in the evening, and then we had all day yesterday, all right? And then we're now having pretty much the whole day today, right? And we're still not. And now the fact that we've been told Egbali and Bowley are there now as well. I'm telling you now, I think we've gone hammer and tong on this. I don't think we've got a plan to bring in anyone else. I think the plan is to bring Enzo Fernandez back, and I think that's it. I don't think they can see anything else. They ain't gonna have enough time to go back and sign someone like Caicedo with Brighton. They haven't got time. I don't think they've got much time to do much anything. So this is why the fact that we've committed to 3/4 of our board over there, that tells me that I think we basically saying we're not leaving until you give us Enzo, and that's why I think we're literally probably we're either gonna bow down to what Rui Costa wants, which is pay what he wants in his way, or and this is what I was saying, Pies, the other option is that we offered them a breakdown of 6 payments, cutting the payments down to 3 or something, where he gets more of a larger payment up front and then only 2 payments after that. What do you think? I think we've committed to this. I don't think there's anyone else. I'm telling you now. I think this is it. This is the end game. I really
uh,
do.
I mean, it's the end game in terms of Enzo. I mean, the Fab did also say we have other alternatives, but I personally don't see how you can. I mean, I don't know exactly. I don't know if Dad and
I've
Todd
got
are
more news.
in Lisbon, but the fact is that obviously, well, I mean, I was told anyway that Vivell and but David Bernard were out there. I was also told that that jet that was sent out was Chelsea's jet. They wanted that there, so to speed things up. But these negotiations have been so like bullish. Like it's also like a just like this. Look, constant games. Like Benfica insist in one thing, Chelsea insists the other. Like, and at the end of the day, there's got to be a cut-off point, and that's going
How
to
can it
come
be
very soon.
positive though, Pies? How can it be positive if we're still? This is what don't make sense to me. Why is it taking us so long to just for Benfica to keep saying the same thing? That's not making sense. Why, like you?
Because it's a game. It's mind games. It's a game of
Yeah.
who blinks first. So the fact that Todd and Bedad and Costa are speaking directly, they're businessmen. Something will happen. There will be a decision, and at the end of the day, we've got to be ready for it.
I don't know what to feel. I feel still confident about it all. I don't know why. I have done for a while. I just don't. I can't. We spoke about this in the group, didn't we? But Jorginho going to them not bringing anyone in doesn't make no sense. Why would they sell Jorginho so quickly? In my opinion, if they didn't have a plan, it makes no sense. Pies. That don't make sense, man. I know what we said about Santos and whatever, but the guy hasn't got a work visa. Work permit. How can it be? Oh, I know Ornstein said that. I read it earlier on. Ornstein saying with Jorginho, it's got nothing to do with Enzo. I don't agree. I disagree with that. That it just doesn't make no sense to me. Why would we just flush him out like that so quickly? To then, all right, just bring Santos in. The only reason we flushed him out is because of maybe us bringing Enzo across, and in the way that we're going to have to bring him across, maybe in terms of structure and offloading. That's what I think. Why else would we sell him so quick? That was quick. How long did it take us to sell Jorginho from when we knew about it?
Yeah,
It don't
multiple
make sense.
sources have said though it's independent from the Enzo transfer, including David Ornstein. So as much as it might not make sense to a Chelsea fan, clearly they've just thought, oh look, here's some money for a guy who's leaving, and not really thought about the sporting side of it, which is disappointing. And also, like, I question how much influence Graham Potter actually has now, because
Mm,
I,
mm,
I, I personally think Graham Potter is a smart guy. He's not gonna, look how much he plays Jorginho as well, and because there's no other option. Like, but he clearly rates Jorginho, and the fact is, like, as a manager, you wouldn't sell your starting number six if something was not done. Like, so that's why I think
bang.
either Graham Potter has not got as much influence as we think, or someone is coming in. But I generally do think it is delusion on Chelsea's part, because look, they clearly think they can get this Enzo deal done, whereas Benfica are like, no, you're not having him. So at the end of the day, if we don't get Enzo, then they're going to go and buy someone later tonight, and then they'll be like, oh look, we sold Jorginho here, we got someone in place, and Graham Potter will act like it's all fine. But the problem is like there's not many profiles like Jorginho out there, and Enzo is not the same as Jorginho, but he is a player that can play number six. He is a player that can drop deep. He is a player that likes spraying passes. He is a player that likes being progressive. And I just think if you sign anyone else apart from Enzo now, not only does it look bad as as owners and all that, and from the Chelsea board, knowing that you've been negotiating for so long, and there's even apparently been talks ever since that got rejected, like in informal talks going back and forth. Like, this has to be done. This is the guy. This is the plan A. Go and do it at all costs, even if it means we suffer a bit financially.
Mm.
You're planning to sell players in the summer anyway, so what's you know what I mean? And by the way, if these FFP rules about, like, I think PSG got fined 50 million or so. Apparently, you don't even
Yeah.
get transfer banned anymore. So, like, I'm not being funny. Like, I'm not the billionaire, but if you're a billionaire and you want to make this club as successful as you've been
You're
showing,
not going to care.
go and do
Yeah.
it, man. Take the hit. He's a special player. Do it. I don't know what all this, like. Yeah, we'll really see what what we're going to find out how much
We're going to
Chelsea's
find out.
insistence
We are.
actually
100%.
is. Let's see how much Chelsea actually insists when push comes to shove.
100%. 100%. I agree with you. Just got some more news say from Simon Phillips. He's just brought this out as well, basically saying this. He says Chelsea have a deal sheet ready with extension cleared for the after deadline. Just what? Chelsea have a deal sheet ready with extension cleared for after deadline, just in case. Have now offered 2 to 3 installments for paying rather than. Who just said that earlier? I literally just said that. I can see us offering 2 to 3 installments. Didn't I just say that? Announcements prepped last night. Deal not done yet. So they've prepped. Like, we haven't got the deal done yet, but we're prepping announcements and stuff. Like,
Well, that's what I said. Everything coming out
like,
from the media and on
it's
Chelsea's
weird.
side, and
Yeah.
the English sources side is Chelsea are so insistent that all this last night they were saying they were very, very confident. Like, when that comes out, it means it's literally about to be done. Like, you don't have that confidence for no reason. But then again, Rui Costa is he's sort of changing his stance a little bit. Even though he's been asking for the same thing, it's like
Mm.
he obviously something has changed, because even Fab said, like, last night talks were very positive. This morning, not so much. The afternoon, poor positive again.
Yeah.
Just fucking stick to something.
Take
It's
it.
so
Yeah.
annoying. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
100%,
what's
bro. I
doing my
agree.
head in. It's
I
like
just
there's
think
no.
we've got to commit. I think we just got to commit to it, Pies. I really do. And whatever it is that if like this is the end game and it is him and there's no one else and we have no plans, you have no. I'm telling you now, Bowley, Egbali, Chelsea, you have no other choice right now but to make sure you bring him back on that plane. That's it. And if it means you have to compromise more to what they want, look, I think we're going to somehow still try and get it done in some sort of installment plan. I still think that the way forward might be this section here, offering 2 to 3 installments, and they get quite a hefty chunk of the first one, and it works maybe that way. If not, there's only 1 or 2 things: that or release clause up front. Done. And I don't even know if Chelsea can do that. I don't know if we're allowed to. Are we actually allowed to? Would the FFP allow us? Like you said, though, even if it is a case where we're going to get fined for doing it, and it's like whatever, the punishments are really just not that bad anyway. So you might as well just commit to it and break one rule. Do you know what I mean? like rather than not get the player, and it comes to the summer, and you hear that Real Madrid won him, Man City won him, and whatever, and then we were having a fight with other teams, and he's now looking at other teams because there's other interest, and Benfica and Rui Costa are going to have a bargain more with every club and go, yeah, go on, who wants to give me the best money, best structure? Don't want that, man. Not for this guy. We need this guy. I keep stressing how important it is to get this guy in. Ben Jacobs also said
Oh my
and this
God,
is go
bro, I've just seen Jorginho and an Arsenal. Oh my God, it's so disgusting. What the fuck even is like, bro? It's
Where
like
is
one
it?
of those. Oh mate, it's like one of those transfers you do on like career mode. Like, oh my God, disgusting.
I don't get some people. I'm not trying to listen to everything I read, but there's some people's journos comments. And I'm just like, really? It's like it says, "Has just expressed a desire to extend Enzo's release clause, which Chelsea was willing to pay with his new offer. He is likely to go higher. It is possible that Chelsea will complete the project 100% before the window closes." What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, look, going back quickly to Caicedo, we've got guys. By the way, we've nearly got 1,300 people here right now. Feels like the summer deadline day pies. Do you remember that one? Feels like that. Look, this is what he says about Caicedo. If Chelsea don't get Enzo Fernandez, it's unlikely they will now succeed with a late Moises Caicedo bid. Those close to Caicedo believe Brighton, as per their stance, won't accept any offer this late in the window. Brighton only expect under 21 loans as outgoings today. If Chelsea, and I don't want them to do this, but do you think if Chelsea did, last case scenario, let's say the Enzo thing doesn't work, go over to Brighton and say, we'll give you 90 million now, do you think they'll take it?
No, I don't think Caicedo's gonna happen. I think it'll be someone that's um off the like someone we don't expect. I think I saw said earlier, well, I can't remember who it was, but he was okay. I think he used to work for Arsenal actually. I think it was Chris Wheatley. He said that there's another guy in Portugal, I think called Ibrahima Bamba, I think. He's a defensive midfielder. I think he's 20 years old. Arsenal and Chelsea apparently showed a lot of interest in him. So I think it'd be someone like that, but I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. I
Well, I just
want
want to say,
Enzo, man.
Sky Sports News has brought out an interview. Is that Sky Sports News in Portugal saying Chelsea are preparing to give Enzo Fernandez his medical in Portugal? What's that about?
I mean, that is probably true because I mean, last night from what I was hearing, they wanted to bring him back to London, but I mean, because obviously it's what they might agree a deal if we do what like 5-6 p.m. So he ain't gonna have time really to fly him back to London and do all that. So
Mm.
yeah.
I don't know whether I might be all right because there's actually no tag at the top. I might be all right actually with this one. I've been doing a couple of them on Twitter. Let's just see what they're saying properly. I don't really trust Sky Sports News. I'll be honest with you. I really don't. But
we are hearing that Enzo Fernandez is preparing to give his medical in Portugal over that move to Chelsea, which could be a British record fee as well of over £105 million. So that is the latest on what is set to be the biggest deal of the day.
it wouldn't be if we didn't have an agreement with him. Would we still be getting him to do a medical? That's what I'm trying to work out here. If we're still negotiating for the
preparing
player,
one thing and actually having it is another thing. That's all I'll say.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'll be honest with you. Quickly, I want to get your thoughts on, but we'll come back to Enzo in a bit. There's obviously going to be news flying left, right, and centre, and it's just going to heat up. What's your thoughts on this and then around this guy, Hakim Ziyech? Because obviously Fabrizio Romano's come out with a comment from the PSG manager saying that they're working on Hakim Ziyech deal. It's true, and talks are ongoing. I don't want to say more as he's a Chelsea player. He's added the two clubs are discussing on a formula of this deal. What's your thoughts on that?
You know what? I have a mixed feelings to be honest because I'm obviously not the biggest fan of him, but I am a little bit worried about like our depth in terms of on the right. I mean, we have Sterling and Madueke, but with Madueke's injuries, we don't really know how that's going to play out, how fit he's going to be with his injury record. So, I mean, to only have Sterling on the right hand side, I mean, you can play Pulisic there, but still, who's then on the left? You've only really got Mudryk, so you want ideally, two fit available wingers on each wing, ideally three, but So from that point of view, I don't think it's a great move. But again, if we get some money from it, if it's a permanent sale, I think it would be quite nice. But it looks like it might be a loan.
I think it's. I think we should. I don't get why we're loaning him. I don't get it. Well, is it because no one wants to buy him, so we have to loan him? I don't get it. I'd sell him. I'd sell him if he wants to go. We know he's kind of wanted to leave anyway. So like, if he wants to leave, go. Like, it is what it is. If we can get PSG to agree to it, then here we go. There we go. But guys, still over 1,150 people here in the chat. How confident? Let me ask you guys this in the chat. Actually, how confident are you guys in Enzo to Chelsea? I want to know: is it a yes or a no? Let us know in the chat. I want to know. Give us your thoughts and feelings as well. It'd be good to get into that as well. Yeah, I think with Hakim Ziyech, I think it would probably get done. I don't see him staying at Chelsea any longer. I mean, I thought it would go in the summer anyway, but if we can get rid of him now, it'd make more sense. Conor Gallagher's an interesting one, isn't it? Because obviously he was linked to Everton, turned down the 35 million offer. We heard that Chelsea weren't interested in selling to Newcastle and Man United because they look at them as direct rivals. And now Ormstein comes out with a comment with his dagger, basically saying that he thinks that oh my God, that picture makes me feel sick. That basically staying at Chelsea to the summer and he's important to the youthful part of it and all this stuff. I mean, number one, was you on the whole thing of Gallagher leaving, or do you think it was slightly harsh getting rid of him so early?
What's that? Gallagher?
Conor Gallagher, yeah.
What, in terms of what I think about him staying?
Yeah, no, basically, like the whole thing of like it looked like we were trying to get rid of him. Chelsea valued him around 50 million. No one's matched it. He's turned down Everton. We're not selling to Newcastle or Man United. Obviously, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think that sort of pushed the whole Jorginho thing as well?
Yeah. I mean, I would have loved him to gone to Everton. That was a lot of money we was going to get. But you can't really force a player there, and it seems like when the Athletic said Chelsea won't do business with Newcastle because they see them as rivals for the top 4 spot. And I mean, to be fair, we're only 10 points behind. If we get Enzo, we're cooking. But we ain't got a fucking functioning midfield at the moment. So yeah.
Everyone's telling me to check this Top Sport Skills guy. I don't know how legit. I've seen what you are talking about, yeah, and I don't know. I don't want you to get excited about it, but as you keep banging on about it in the chat, everyone, yeah, look, there you go. That's what he's saying. Chelsea have reached an agreement with Benfica to sign Enzo Fernandez in the fee worth 120 million euros confirmed. Payment terms are now the last step, as 120 million fee could be paid in 6 installments. Enzo will sign until Jan 2030 with an option for an extra year. I don't know who his sources are. I don't know who he is. This is the first time I've ever heard this guy. Pards, have you ever heard of this guy in your life? Who is he? Do we know?
Well, he's been doing some ITK game, but I'm not entertaining any of these accounts today.
To be fair, is he not the guy that got Skriniar right? Apparently, as well. He's tagged Skriniar going, and then Fabrizio Romano. Then
honestly, that account, like Mauricio Panini guy.
yeah.
3 days ago, he said Jorginho back at Arsenal backing for Jorginho. Then everyone was like, "Oh my God, you're tier 1," and then they were like, "Who's your sources?" And he was like, "Voices in my head." So it is possible to get stuff right without actual sources.
Are they just jumping the gun and just throwing it out there and then taking a hit? And if it comes in, it makes them look like they got it right. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know the guy. The guy, I've seen comments of him responding to people that ask him, and he's like, you know, I've got sources. Don't worry. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I wouldn't put things out otherwise. Like, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how true he is. Chelsea SW6 is 100% positive thoughts. All of us focus on it already. Been done. Power of the universe, boys, and manifestation is believing he is coming. I've stayed positive. I am, and even when I've had people tell me, it's done, forget it, it's game over. I've still kind of tried to keep positive about the situation, and now I'm just waiting. I am literally waiting, but it's becoming more like at the moment, Pies. I feel like it's kind of turned on its head again. Like, this morning it was very like, oh, root cause rate accepting this, oh, it's collapsed, oh, it's this. And now we're getting the flip side of it again. Oh, medical, oh, it could be done. Oh, Fabrizio Romano, positive talks with this, that, with Bowley and everybody. It's like, it seems to just keeps doing that, doesn't it? It goes that way and it goes that way. It's mad. It's absolutely mad.
The funny thing about everything is that, like, all these reports, it would literally, like, if you're there right now or have been there today, Like, there's probably been like hardly any changes. That's the funniest thing about it all. There's so much briefing from Benfica side, and then you've got like English sources getting news from Chelsea side saying they're confident, but there's not actually probably been like hardly any changes. Like realistically, that's the funny thing about all these reports. Like how they keep going, oh, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. It's probably been relatively the same because other like when something actually changes, like Twitter will blow up in like 1 minute. Like if there's if it's done, like you'll see it be done.
Yeah.
Everyone will know. But until then, sources are going to get briefed different information. That's what's causing all the panic.
Jim White has come out of this comment that someone's just sent me, basically saying that members of Chelsea's medical staff are in Lisbon. They are ready to get this done and fly the boy over here. Chelsea may have to be patient up until the final moments of this window to land their man. Everyone's sort of jumping on the bandwagon now, aren't they? Felix Johnson. Oh, guys. Oh, God. Leave Felix alone, man. Leave Felix alone. He took a punt and he got it wrong. It is what it is, Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. There's that. Let's also look at this quickly as well. I know people might not want to see this, including people like Piers, who are massive fans of this player.
Fuck off, man. Honestly, so what the fuck is that? Honestly, bro. I feel violently sick. What is that, man? That's not like that's, bro. No. Oh my god, bro. It looks so wrong. Oh my god.
I don't care too much about it. I mean, I don't. I've said it. I don't like what
Bro,
annoys me more.
honestly, like everything, like, oh my god, bro, and he's gonna say like London's red and all that. Oh my god, bro, it's so wrong, bro. It's so wrong. What the fuck is this? Why is he smiling, man? Why
he's gonna muddy Jorginho stands. He's gonna muddy Jorginho stands. That's what he's gonna do.
Bro,
I'm laughing now, if we don't get him done.
What even is life anymore? What is this? Honestly.
Do you know what? I laugh because I'm laughing at the fact of all the J5 stands. I'm laughing at them.
Bro, you've got fucking BCT saying he's now an Arsenal fan. You've got like, like the fuck is this shit, man?
You gotta laugh if we listen. I'll cry if we don't get Enzo on top of this. I've got to laugh at the moment, but I will cry if we don't walk away with a midfielder because we should never have sold him. We should never have sold him. It looks shit, don't it? It does. He looks so bad.
Bro, like it's like, as I said, it's like one of those career mode signings that the fucking AI just generates. It just doesn't seem like real life.
Yeah,
like I know, like the thing is though, like I know a lot of our old players have gone to Arsenal, but Jorginho in the middle of a season and he's one of our main starters. Like what? Out of everything he's been through at Chelsea as well. Like, and he just goes to Arsenal in a day. Like, no. Oh my god, man, I can't. Honestly, it's so weird.
I can't stop laughing. I think it's funny as hell. I mean, I'm laughing now. Look, at the end of the day, Paz, if we get Enzo at the end of this and Jorginho goes the other way, is it going to make it better? Do you feel a bit better about it, maybe, on the basis that we've got Enzo?
I mean, I'll be gassed if we get Enzo, but I'm still going to be like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, I just don't understand, man.
I'm just laughing at the chat, mate. The chat is hilarious right now. Nearly 1,300 people here as well. Big up to you. Nearly we're on the way to 1,500 people. If we get Here We Go or an All-Steam Dagger now, I'm telling you now, this is going to take off. We are about to take off. Pies, you said that Fabrizio Romano's gone live. Is he live now? Is he gone live now on his YouTube or Twitch?
No, 6 o'clock. So he did go live to tweet out that news I posted.
Oh, man.
6 o'clock.
Man, we're not going to get what we did last time then. I wanted to hope that he could break it then. You know what I mean? That would be hilarious. You guys sold Jorginho and you don't get Enzo. No, that I will cry if that happens, Fred Moniz, who's a Benfica fan. I will not be happy. And it's not even that I like Jorginho. It's the fact that our board is fucked up harsh. Like, we have to walk away with this deal. There's nothing that makes this deal any better other than bringing me Enzo Fernandez. Like, I'm not a big fan of the player anyway. Don't get me wrong. But to lose a player in a limited area in the first place makes no sense. To then get rid of him and literally have no one come in. Like, I can't log that. Who's our sixes? Because we haven't got Zakaria and Kante. They're both injured.
Bro, they're not even sixes. Zakaria has been playing further forward for Graham Potter. Like, it's just Kante's not a six. We've known that for like 5 years. Like, that just
Yeah, but they
mate, it
play in
makes
the
no
double pivots, don't they? That's the way we play them. Like they, we
Yeah,
haven't got
not as the six though. They can't do what Jorginho does. They're not players that sit back and pick up the ball and progress the ball and make angles. Loftus-Cheek isn't, Chukwuemeka isn't, Mount isn't, Kovacic is sort of it, but still not. You limit his ability to drive forward with the ball. We don't have a six. Like it's absurd. Like that's what I don't understand. Why we just sold him? Like we've put ourselves in a position where we physically have to sign someone.
It depends what the meaning of a six is to you, though. I keep saying this to people. Like
Just what you'll see, bro. If we don't get Enzo, you'll watch without Jorginho.
yeah, but even with
you'll watch.
Enzo, are we covered fully? I still think we need someone in there. I agree with that. Even with Enzo, I still think we need someone else.
We do still need someone in there. But at least with Enzo, he's still like he plays similar to Jorginho when he plays the six. Like he's comfortable with making those angles and picking the ball up and playing under pressure and that sort of thing. But everyone else, like you can Jorginho. Haters or people who don't like Jorginho, even they should admit there's been plenty of times that we've not played with Jorginho and we've all been on Twitter saying, "Oh, we need someone. I wish we had Jorginho this game. Pick up the ball a bit. Get on the ball." Chelsea, the other players don't do that. Like you're lying to yourself if you think they do. They just don't. And we'll see that, bro. We will see that. That's what I'm so annoyed about.
Enzo is like a definite upgrade to Jorginho in terms of passing. That's what I will say.
Yeah, sure, but it's still. Even then, like, who do we use as the backup? Do we bring back Santos, who's 18 and has never played above the Brazilian second division? Like, it's just, I don't understand, man.
I mean, Kovacic has not really kept himself fit well enough, has he? Like, let's be serious. Watch this one then. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Oh, fucking hell, mate. I'm going off. I can't deal with this, bro. What is this?
He looks like a small boy in a baggy training top. He looks like a kid that's not filled out his top. We can actually abuse him now because he's wearing an Arsenal kit. That's actually fair, isn't it? I actually moan about him now. Oh, mate, I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it still, but I'm kind of happy with it. And at the same time, I'm kind of if we don't get Enzo, that was not a good move. What's your thoughts on this? This is quite interesting, isn't it? It's been spreading a little bit. That whole Daniel Finkenstein I mean, we shouldn't look too much into these things. I've seen Todd Bowley do it a couple of times, but obviously the one he liked was the comment from Record saying that obviously they were looking to, bring in a plan B for Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because if it had gone so south, would he be liking things like that? I don't know, is what I'm saying. And he's very heavily.
I know he does. He does accidentally like stuff a lot, but also, yeah.
We will see. Guys, we are still waiting for more news. I'm not even looking at the one that someone's just sent me now. Nicolo Sciria. Who's that? Sciria? Who is that?
No, just... No.
He says we're one step away from signing Enzo Fernandez and all his personal terms agreed. Blah blah blah. Yeah. I'm not even bringing that up. Sorry, guys. We are going to pay the release clause. What's this that someone sent? Boom. We are going to. I can't listen. Who's J Transfer CS? I don't even know who that is. I can't.
Well, 3 hours ago he said the deal was off. So I mean.
No, apparently we're saying. He's saying we're going to pay the release clause. This guy's. Who is this lot? Georgie das Transferiaros. I can't. This is a Spanish journalist, isn't it?
Deadline Day is famous for this. Yeah.
Let's read out some comments and super chats. If we sign Enzo, I hope to be the start 11 with Andre Santos. Greetings from Greece. Big up to Tio. Thank you for the donation. He wants to see Enzo and Santos. I mean, we don't even know if Santos is getting a work permit right now. We know he's working towards it, but yeah. It won't be that. I think, to be honest, it would be Enzo. Well, if we get Enzo against Fulham, Pies, it's going to be Kovacic and Enzo, isn't it? That's what we got. That's our midfield.
Hopefully, man. I mean, that's another positive thing if we get him. I mean, you might see him. You might see him play on Friday.
Mate, you might actually see a better. Imagine, you might. Mate, I'm actually excited to see Kovacic and Enzo. People might moan about it not being able to protect the back, but Enzo can do the job that I don't really want him to. He done it under Argentina. We saw it where he sits back more, but he dictates the play more progressively. More, he allows teams to move forward quicker. He breaks up play. He is physical. This thing of him not being physical is a myth. He is physical. But it's not like he can't break up. Get stuck in. We saw it at the World Cup, man. Do you know what I mean? Like. Is watching for Alan Vera. Benfica is watching for Varela. Is that true, Pies? That as well. This Varela guy, is this who they're looking at? Benfica and the replacements. Do we know?
Yeah, I've seen a few. Again, I don't know on their reliability, but apparently, they were looking at him. What was interesting actually is I got told about 2 weeks ago that Chelsea scouts were also looking at him. So I think he's another player that is very very like upcoming. Plays for Boca Juniors, I think. Yeah, he seems to be courted by a lot of top clubs.
So he's flying. He could fly to Portugal, but we won't know who he's coming back with. If we don't get Enzo, we could take him. It'd be like one of them ones where we fucked up on Enzo. Oh, who's it? Bowley's sitting there like, who is this guy? I fucking would sign him, innit? Does he fit our data? We can't go back empty-handed. We got to bring someone to the fans. You know what I mean? What else have I been sent? Someone just sent me some other bits. Let's have a quick look. Oh, a lot has been said and written about Enzo, and yet in all coming down to Simon Johnson. It's not really saying much, to be honest. All he's saying is saying this. A lot has been said and written about Enzo Fernandez and Chelsea all month, and yet it's all coming down to the final hours. Yeah, you don't.
That, Simon.
Do you know what I mean, Simon? Thanks, that mate. Like, no shit, Sherlock. We're still sitting there, mate, waiting for it. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing about transfer deadline day now. It's like you just got to hang around and wait and hope, like some news comes in. If we're going to get news, Pies, let's have a little guess, right? If we're going to get news, whether it's good news or bad news, at what point do you think it will come in? Do you think it will be from 6 till about 8? Do you think it will be in the next hour or two? Like, when do you think?
Before 6, I think before 6.
Before 6.
Yeah, I mean, if they're doing if the medical is in Portugal, I mean, they could technically negotiate until 10 o'clock at night because medicals don't take that long. But I don't think that Egbali, Bowley, and Costa are talking that was for 3:30, and I said the meeting was at 2:30. I mean, how much longer can they talk about this, for fuck's sake? It's doing my head in. Honestly, it's doing my head in. Fucking decide, mate. Honestly. The thing is as well, if we don't even if it comes out that it's just not happening, then they've literally got a few hours to go and buy someone, and they have to buy someone because they've sold Jorginho.
It's not happening. I'm telling you, they are fully hammer and tong this, mate. I'm telling you, there is no plan B. It can't be at this time, unless Bowley's back in London, but he ain't because we've been told he's there, isn't it? He's there, mate. He's there with Egbali, mate. They've committed. I'm telling you, they have committed. Benfica have released a statement. What's this about? I love it. This is what makes me laugh. The amount of random tweets you start getting through from people. It's funny. Benfica have to release a statement to Portugal Stock Exchange if the amount of the clause has been paid.
Okay, so I mean, I'm not following along with that. So. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Right, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, fine. If that happens, it happens. It don't, it don't. People in the chat, still over 1,150 people just chilling. We're not even talking about much, really. Usually we whatever. We're actually just doing, just chilling together. Just waiting, just wasting time. I've got a good hour. I'll probably go for another hour and a half, maybe, at this rate. But I don't know. What I would like to do, Pies, is quickly try and create a quick squad builder. But I want to know Enzo's coming. I don't want to put Enzo in it. Do you know what I mean? And then I want to put our best team on paper. Should we try? Yeah, we could do that actually. That might be a bit of fun. But I don't want to put Enzo in just because I don't want to. Mate, if we Pies, I can't log in my own head that if we actually get Enzo, or actually get a player that I want. I didn't get Koundé. I've wanted this guy before we was even linked to him. Like, am I actually about to get my player? This is mad.
Well, you didn't get Kunde, did you? So you're not much luck.
No, that's what everyone's saying. Con in the blimmin' in Con and his space went to me, Jem. Don't want players.
Legit,
Don't
bro.
want-
Like, why do we as well? Why the fuck do we always have to choose the most difficult clubs to negotiate with? Like
I know.
Monchi, Brighton, fucking Benfica. Like they've all got like they either scam us or they just like don't give us the player. Like, can we not just find someone that we want from a like PSV were alright, weren't they? It only didn't take that long. I know it wasn't a huge transfer, but still they could have refused to sell him, especially after they sold Gakpo, Madueke. Leicester are a bit of a pain in the arse, but they, gave up eventually. Like, but nothing's been like this. It's been ridiculous, bro. Him and Monchi, honestly, deserve the worst.
Yeah, I mean, we have dealt with some arseholes, haven't we? Jesus, and it's the two players that I wanted as well. It's just mad. All right, let's have a little bit of fun while we're chilling for a bit. There's over 1,100 people still here as well. If we get any news coming, Kunde was a done deal. To be fair, Tuchel backed out. Is that true? Well, no, they said that though, didn't they? And I don't think it was. I mean, actually, I think it was more of a ball. So yeah, maybe you're right, Xavi, because it was more of a ball push than it was from what we're being told the manager push. That's true. I agree with that. Jen was going to say a 4-3-3/4-2-3. Yeah, I think it's I think it will. Who's Gaston Edu? Has he said something? I think. Oh, Gaston Edu's updated. Is he legit, Pies? That guy?
There's a meeting between clubs. Yeah, as I said, there is one. Yep, meeting
But
ongoing.
Has he just responded on what you just said? Is he?
No, he posted just as a tweet. There's a meeting ongoing.
All right, let's just assume, right, with what we currently have going into the next part of the season. We've got Kepa. I don't think we've got any other choice. Kepa's going to be our goalie. With the goalie area, though, Paz, do you think that's an area that Chelsea will look in the summer? Do you expect us to? Or because I don't see any of these two really being number ones, do you?
Is this for... Wait, when is this for?
This is just, I'm just saying from at the end of this window onwards, I'm just paying it together. But I'm saying in general, though, going into the summer, do you think we'll look for a goalie? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we will. Whether we can, like, I don't know. Something tells me that Mendy's just going to somehow stay. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, I'd like Kepa to stay because of his, if he's a backup, but I don't think either of them are going to want to stay, are they? To be honest, but Kepa's been, in terms of like on the ball, my God, like he has made me feel so much more secure than Mendy.
Yeah,
Mendy can't play in Potter's team. He just can't. Like, isn't no way.
CBS Sports are reporting that Enzo Fernandez is a done deal. Agreed at 200k a week, 110 million plus add-ons. I don't believe that. Again, I'll wait. Guys, I'm not listening to it. You're not doing this to me. I ain't gonna get excited again on live in front of 1,500 people. No, I'm not doing it until I get an Ornstein dagger. That's all I need. An Ornstein dagger. Going on to left back, Cucurella or Chilwell for you when they're both back?
Cucurella for now, but
Great.
I don't know, man. Chilwell, I think Chilwell was pretty arse when he actually
I
when he was
agree.
playing before. But I mean, he's he does. There is some certain occasions going forward in the last few weeks where I thought, yeah, Chilwell scores that 2 or 3 that Lewis Hall had. I was thinking 100% goals with Chilwell, but I mean, we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Cucurella, I don't think Chilwell's been good whatsoever, in my opinion, when he came back. Now, I just think he just wasn't fit, in my opinion. I just don't think he was fit. And people were still saying he's doing the medical. A lot of people in chat saying Chilwell, they prefer Chilwell to Cucurella. I don't know, guys. I think at the moment when he comes back, I don't think I want to see him start. I think we need to let him rest. I think we need to allow him to get back fit. Hall is a centre mid, for fuck's sake. He's not. He shouldn't. I mean, that is his position, as Pies told me, which I didn't even know. But when I saw him play there, I was like, Jesus. Nah, none of that. Your best two at the back. Badiashile Silva. What you seen?
Oh, man, I love Wesley. You know, I love
Oh yeah, I
most of
forgot
the.
about Wesley Fofana, but he's been injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think Badiashile might be better than Fofana.
I don't know. I mean, Badiashile's like the thing is, I'm actually scared to say Badiashile is really good because I did the same with Koulibaly after 2 games. So, but he does. I mean, he does look good. I mean, they've formed a really good partnership. I'd keep him in for now, but yeah, it's just I've just seen something very interesting. Been
Yeah,
sent
someone
to me,
just sent
but
me saying, is that CFC
um,
Daily?
yeah, and also the guy that told me about the jet. It was very interesting. I'm going to tweet this out quickly, and you can bring it up
You
if you
do
want.
that, and we will come back to this in a second, guys, because as like I said, this is not priority. This is just us wasting time. And let's go on to this comment from CFC Daily. Just been sent to me in a DM, but a flight is scheduled to leave Lisbon to Farnborough at around 6 p.m. tonight. One was scheduled this morning, but never took off. One was scheduled, yeah, because that landed at 12. Because I remember people telling me that. Yeah, it landed at around 12, I think it was. Yeah, because it only takes 2 hours, doesn't it, from there to there, if I'm right in saying, from what we've seen. I think it's a 2-hour journey. So he'd be basically, if he's getting on that plane, he doesn't need to come back for a medical. If he's having his medical in, wait a sec, I need to get this right. If he's having his medical in Portugal, would he need to have a medical at Chelsea as well?
So
No.
sometimes they do like one part of the medical and then they bring them back for extra checks. It just depends really by player to player.
Guys, it is heating up. Enzo Fernandez news is heating up. This is all speculation still. It doesn't mean that Enzo Fernandez will be on that plane. We don't know what it means right now. All we know that the flight has been scheduled. It means someone will actually get on that plane at 6 o'clock, whether it's Bowley and Egbali. You would assume, hopefully, coming back with Enzo Fernandez on the plane would be great. But let's not jump the bandwagon. We just don't know, is the answer. By now, I think both sides are playing recording of the previous meetings instead of talking as it's the same time being repeated. That's what Lakshan's saying. Yep, playing from behind. We haven't got that. We haven't got that. We haven't got that. Not yet. We've got a super chat from Fator. Big up to you. He says, need to check the trains in from my place to Farnborough. I don't care if it's midnight. I want the juice. He's going to Farnborough, mate. He's going to Farnborough. Big up to him as well. As always, thank you for the donation. We're getting... If we go quiet, guys, it's because I'm getting my DMs are going mad. So, what's this now? Come on, guys. I'm not going to listen to this. No, I'm not listening to that. I've never heard of the guy. He's got 4,000 followers. Guys, don't send me things with people that I've never heard of or we've never heard of. I'm not interested. No offense. I don't want to present things like that until we get it formal. But I am starting to feel, come on, let's do this. Come on. Benfica continues without letting up. He wants Enzo Fernandez to leave because of the clause or nothing. 120 million in one payment in hours. The market closes. Chelsea insists. I don't know what that even. He wants Enzo Fernandez to leave because of the. He wants Enzo Fernandez to leave because of the clause or nothing. Yeah, all right. Basically, pay the money up front or don't. I am so intrigued if we get this done, Pies, how we actually do this. I am so intrigued if we get it done, how we get this deal done. How it was
So
agreed.
I just seen a video on goal. Mark Lucarello was quite surprised. Goal filmed his reaction. They were doing an interview with him that Jorginho had gone to Arsenal.
Just seen that actually. Don't think he plays for Chelsea anymore. No, I think he's transferring to Arsenal. I would say Jorginho, no club. Yeah, he looks a little bit. He looks a little bit shocked, doesn't he? Yeah, big up to Fator for that as well. We got Harry. Oh no, what we got in the chat? I thought that was Harry. Then it's not Harry. Friday night tribute for J5. Not an hour clause in the 5th minute. Everyone is going to point towards just left of the center of the spot. Classy, dignified. That it's what he would have wanted. Big up, bro. Big up. So what numbers are left? Because this is the other thing. Someone was talking about shirt numbers. I think it was Rob from RJP. He was saying that there's only the number 3. Was it number 3, number 25, and another number that was available? Was there like 3 numbers that were available?
Yeah, 2, 3, and 31, which Madueke has taken. 25 was actually retired for Zola as well.
They're going to bring 25 out of retirement. That's going to be jokes. Simon Phillips has retweeted again. Let's have a look. Simon Phillips, I don't know. Let's see. Simon Phillips. Oh, he has not tweeted. He's retweeted. He's just retweeted his tweet that I showed you earlier about the 2 to 3 installment plan. The announcement's being prepped. Not done yet. He's not said it. Yeah, nothing, guys. He's not said nothing. Plane leaves at 6. Yep, that's true. Record tweeted. Let's have a look at them, Kai.
Oh God, what have they said?
I don't know. I can't work out these lot. Are they actually?
Yeah.
They actually legit? What they said? I can't even find it.
Yeah,
these are the ones that said it collapsed. Who's this signing?
They said it was difficult earlier, but it never said it. What have they said?
I can't see it.
It.
Oh fucking! What's that thing called? Players record Portugal.
Hang on, I'm just going to translate the headline, and I can tell you what it is.
Record.
Oh, they're just basically talking about what Sky Sports said. Never mind.
They're just jumping on each other's bandwagons at the moment. No one's coming out and just saying it. The only one that's actually come out and said it is Top Skill Sports. No one knows about that guy. He's the only one that's like, no, it's done. 120 mil. He thinks it's done for 120 mil on 6 installments. That's what he keeps saying. Chelsea Jet is supposed to leave. That's you, Pies, isn't it? Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. So if people are not aware of this is going on, because there's still over 1,100 people here, I really want it to break why I'm live. I really do, just so that I can just
for like 10,000 viewers.
I deserve this. We deserve this as fans, but I deserve this signing. After being let down, I need this, man. There's Pies' comment there. Chelsea's jet was supposed to leave Lisbon this morning. Just what we said, Chelsea thought a deal could be done early after the conference last night. The flight was cancelled and is scheduled to leave at 6.
And Vivell and Barnard are still out there. So, I mean, whatever happens, this is coming back with Enzo or not. It might not be at 6. It might be delayed again. It might be at 8, But the fact it changed this morning just reaffirms my confidence that it is Chelsea's jet, because that's what I was told last night. And it clearly is. Apparently, it's also the one that they've used for Gusto and others as well. But I've yet to check that.
That's what I've read as well. Someone said that. So that's where we are, guys. That's where we are. We're becoming conspiracy theorists now. This is what it's got to. If you're not going to give us the news, we'll find the news somehow. If someone's out in Portugal, please, I beg, if at 6 o'clock, go and stand at the airport and see who gets out that car. Hey, Kai, me and you, bro. Me and you. I cannot wait, man. I genuinely cannot wait. Rui Costa's laughing at us. Why is he laughing at us? It's 6 p.m. UK time, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's scheduled for 6 p.m. I don't know, guys, but we will come back to more news in a second. Let's go back to what we were originally building up, which was the FIFA squad builder based on Chelsea's team going into the next part of this season. So we agreed with Badiashile, right? Not Fofana. He's now benched. He's not good enough. All right, cool.
Fuck off. You're such a troll, man. Fofana's my guy, man. Honestly, you'll see it soon. You'll see it soon.
I better see it. I better not keep seeing him on the NHS bill. That's what I'm going to say.
Bro, you don't rate Felix, so I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you.
Yeah, well, I'm not going too bad at the moment. We spent 80 million on a player that's not fucking played enough. Do you know what I mean? So do you know what I mean? I think I've got a fair judgment right now, and the amount of money we spent on him. Right back.
It's clear of Kunde, bro.
Reece James, isn't it? I'm not even fucking going to talk about this.
Clear of Kunde.
He's not clear of Kunde, mate. He can't even clean his shoes. To be fair, Kunde's playing quite well in Barcelona, isn't he? At the moment, they're top of the league and stuff. I understand. So he's not doing bad, is he? Who's the two in the middle? I've got to put Kovacic in there. Let's put Kovacic in there. Should I just leave? Should I just leave the other one as a question mark, or can I be cheeky and just write the letters? Can I do that? Can I get excited? Look, he's even kissing the World Cup. This has just made me so excited. This has made me so excited. But I don't want to get too excited. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm so lost. Do you know what? My eyes are done at it. The last 2 days, all I've done is been looking at my phone from since I got up till 12 at night. Constantly. So who's the three? Who would you say is the best three in front of them anyway? Mudryk. Got to be Mudryk, innit? Havertz?
Yeah, Mudryk.
Havertz, Mount? No, not Havertz. Mount or João Felix? I'll put you on the spot now.
Oh, Mason Mount's flair and ability, please. No, Felix.
Oh, you said Mason Mount. All right, Mason Mount. There we go. Piers likes Mount. See, he doesn't even like.
Oh my days, man.
Sterling
not
on
my
the
team,
right?
by the way, chat. This is not my team.
All right, let's take him out then. If you don't think he's good enough, we'll go for João because you love João, even though he's only played 60 minutes of a game.
Disrespect.
No, I actually heard how it works. You know that,
bro. Lovely card there.
He's still in his Atletico Madrid top. Do you know what I mean? That's where he's going back to. Buying.
Chelsea's inform card coming soon. Don't worry. West Ham, we will be there. Bro. We will be there.
Who'd you stick on the right? Sterling, Madueke? What are we saying? Who would you go with?
I mean, Madueke for me, but I think it'll be Sterling probably if we're realistic.
Pies likes all the bums.
Well, who do you rate then, man? Who do you rate? Get out of it, man. Get out of it. I want to know who this guy rates, man.
All right, he's calling you out, Amir. Amir, you've got to respond now, mate. Who do you rate? Who do you rate, bro? We want to see it. We'll highlight you. Let's have a bit of banter while we're at it. I'll go Sterling, yeah. I think Sterling will start. I think he has to be in the team. I'm 300k a week. Jesus. Fabrizio Romano's tweeted saying, but what's he tweeted? I don't know if it's to do with Chelsea. It's just my phone.
Just the Moises Caicedo deal was completely off to Arsenal. I mean, obviously, Jorginho's gone there.
Chelsea might last minute get both. Who knows? As that Moises Caicedo deal is now completely off. No further talks. Brighton never changed their stance. Intention to accept 60 or 70 million proposal. They had no intention to accept 60. So even if we went back with that, they still wouldn't accept it anyway. So that's a dead end there. And up front, we know he's going up front, don't we? Come on, you know it is. Come on, even though he's not a striker.
Aubameyang.
No, do not do this. Do not do this.
I'll let you have Havertz for now. He better start cooking with Felix and Mudryk and Madueke.
The thing is, I want to see him there more. I actually want to see him there. I know you don't agree with me, but I want to see him play there consistently with next to these lot. I'm telling you. This is he. As much as people don't like him, whatever that's called, that's your thing. I think that's his best position, in my opinion, where he can maybe play closer to the two, but not be the focal point, where he's able to just sort of drift around, And with Mudryk now, who's got speed, and Sterling on the right, and hopefully Enzo behind him. Jesus, bruv. Creativity or what in Pies? We've been wanting creativity. We've got creativity from James. You've got creativity from Mudryk. You've got creativity everywhere. João Felix can create, can't he? To a degree. Not as much as them, but, he can create. But, yeah, man. Where's Amir's comment? Let's find Amir's comment. Kai sent me stuff. What's he sent me? Who's Cabine Desportiva? Who are these lot?
Oh.
Benfica. Cabina Deportiva. They're Spanish. They said Benfica imposes an 8 p.m. on Chelsea for Enzo deal. Informs CNN Portugal. CNN Portugal. Eagles want payment in 2 years. Blues want to pay in 4.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, we started at 6 and we're now at 4. So how, where's Amir's comment? I was trying to find Amir's comment in the chat. I think he's responded. Amir. Ask Pius how come he has the English person who doesn't rate Mason Mount and Pepper Mount. What's up, man?
Because I have eyes, man. I don't rate him that highly. Like, I think he's like when people say he's absolutely terrible, I don't think he's absolutely terrible. Like, first season he was pretty good. I think he deserved to win the Player of the Year. Last season he got more goals and assists, but I still felt his first season was better. And like his stat pad a lot against the lower sides. And then this season, I mean, he's just been atrocious. But the thing is, for me, is he's like his vision and his like passing, like his decision making more has just not improved in 3 years. And I also think he's like lost a bit of agility, to be honest. Like he's not as agile. He doesn't. I think he put on quite a bit of muscle, and it's just his game's changed quite a lot from like if you go back and watch Mount from the first season, bro, he looks like a completely different player. He looks like so much faster, more nimble.
No. But Kai, you hate Mount. That's the difference. You genuinely think he was bad even then. So you can't even say that Pies, because Pies is not saying that he's a bad player. Pies is just saying he's not the same player he has been the last 2 seasons. But it doesn't mean he's a bad player, though, right? He's not a bad player. I don't think he's a bad player anyway, in my opinion. I think he will still be at Chelsea as well. IODG David says, big up German Pies, big up to you. Guys, at the moment, we have got how many likes? We've got over 1,000 people still. I've only got 111 likes on GNA TV. Let's get over 200 likes, guys. Come on, man. There's over 300 plus people on GNA TV there. On Chelsea Fan TV, we've got over 800 people there in total, and they've only got 289 likes. Come on, guys, man. You're better than this. Come on. We're sitting here trying to give you breaking news as it comes in. Is Enzo incoming? I don't know. I don't want to say yes, and I don't want to say no. But if I had to put a percentage on it, 50-50.
It's literally been like that for like like, bro, I'd love to know how. Like, I'd love to be a fly on the wall and see what these guys have been saying. Like, it's crazy negotiations.
We need an all or nothing, don't we? We do. Can you imagine doing all or nothing on like transfers and stuff? That would be jokes. Chelsea have entered the race and are pushing for. Who's this now? Oh no, they're back. I know these lot because these are the Karma Kunde lot. I remember these lot. What is this?
Who's Karma Kunde?
El Tring Cholactio. These lot.
Oh, shocking source.
Chelsea have entered the race and are pushing for Sofiane Amrabat, but have competition from Manchester United for the Morocco International, apparently, Pies.
No, that TV station is wafflers.
Mate, they've got followers though. Look, Jesus.
Yeah, but they're like they trust me. That's where you know that guy who did like the host of it does all those like stupid dances and all that stuff. Like that's why they have followers. Because he was that's it. He's the one who did that whole like tic tac meme. You remember the tic tac?
Oh yeah, tic tac.
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah. That's that TV station.
We're starving out here, man. It seems to have gone quiet again. What's going on, man? Come on. Give us the news that we want, man. At least tell us one way or the other. This is painful. Why is it so painful for Chelsea fans to try and sign players? I've noticed. Man City, they do it easy. Yeah, we got him done. You know, everyone else, yeah, we got him done. They don't drag it out as much as we are. Like, this is just ridiculous, Pies. Why is it so hard for us all the time? Always so hard. It's like we suffer so much as fans. Drives me mad, mate. Drives me mad. TikTok. That's it. TikTok. Yeah, guys. I mean,
here we go. We have
Pies,
David Ornstein says sources in Portugal tell the Athletic there's now heightened optimism. Agreement can be struck for Enzo Fernandez. Benfica have granted permission to do medical in Portugal in case deal is struck. All right, let's hope. Let's hope now.
Ornstein dagger. Yes. Now I'm getting excited because it's Ornstein, but I don't want to get too excited still. But I go Ornstein dagger, people. Put them thumbs up. There's over 1,100 people. Put your thumbs up now. Put your thumbs up for Enzo. Sources in Portugal tell Athletic there's now heightened optimism. Agreement. Heightened optimism. Agreement can be struck for Enzo Fernandez to join Chelsea. Benfica have granted permission to do medical in Portugal in case the deal struck. Oh, he's still sitting on the fence, Pies, man.
Yeah, but
mean?
like for him, why? Like for him, I think this is big because like he doesn't put stuff out for nothing.
Ornstein dagger. We wanted the dagger. And the dagger's come in, people. Ornstein dagger. Secret Scouts commented as well. What's he saying? Is he worth listening to?
You don't need to listen to anyone apart from that Ornstein tweet now. That's what we go off. He's the number one. Him and Fab are number one.
But it's there. Well, Secret Scouts still saying Rui Costa wants 120 million up front. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, but no, Ornstein is clear, bro.
Put the thumbs up for Ornstein. The Orny dagger. The Orny dagger is on the attack. Come on. Oh, Fabrizio. What's Fabrizio said? Fabrizio said same as well.
Just still trying. Mad story, mad negotiation. Still on as things stand.
Pies, man. What's going on?
Am I going to be the lucky charm? Last time I was on here.
Yes, Pies. If you are, mate, I'm bringing you on every
I
time.
have to say, I do have to go at 5 though, because I'm going alone to stream.
Yeah, that's fine. You go over there. That's cool. I ain't going to be much longer here, so I'll send everyone over there after as well.
Nice.
Yeah. We've got over 1,000 people.
Maybe I can come back later at like 11 o'clock and we have Enzo and we can just scream.
Do you know what? Actually, should we commit to that? Yeah. If we get Enzo players, me and you do a show together. We deserve this, man. Yeah. We do a quick an hour just chilling. I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna have a wine. I deserve this. Yeah. If this happens, guys. All right. If this happens, we might come back. That's all I'm going to say. All right. We might come back and chill. I'll ask Lorenz as well. See if we get the boys and we just chill and talk about the deal. All right. That's the promise for you guys if we get Enzo Fernandez. All right. So make sure you are up later on around 11. Oh, actually, we'll know before 11 o'clock, Pies, won't we? Anyway. So it'll be a case of we'll be back at the end of the. Yeah, maybe, guys. We'll see. 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it ends at 11. But I'm happy to do later. I mean, I've got nothing on tomorrow, so.
All right, there you go. All right, we'll give you that 10:30, maybe 10:30. All right, half hour before, we'll jump in, and we will give you a quick. We'll give you a quick show, guys. Yeah. All right. Cool. Chelsea insisting on trying until the end for the deadline. Mad story, mad negotiations, but still on as it stands. Yeah. All right. Cool. So he's. They're both kind of giving us positive vibes, right? That's a good thing. But for me, the Ornstein comment was bigger. The dagger. The Ornstein dagger was that. It's not the full dagger. So it's not the dagger where it goes completely through the heart and comes out the other side. It's the kind of one that goes through your chest, but then comes out. It doesn't damage your organs. It sort of comes out the side. Do you know what I mean? It's that one. It's not the full dagger, guys. It's not the full dagger.
At least we're back to a lot of optimism now. So let's see. It's got to be done soon.
Come on! Give me my player. Give me my player now. Fucking.
You like that fucking Batista meme where he goes, "Give me what I want," and he just screams down. Have you seen that? I need to send you that actually later. That's you in this negotiation,
mate. I am, mate. Everyone on Twitter as well, Con and that, are saying to me, mate. They're like, "This you deserve, mate. You've got to get what you've deserved. This. It's like I wanted this guy." You go back to my tweets before we were even linked to him, guys. You'll see me writing comments about Enzo Fernandez and why I want him so much and this, that, and that. Like, fucking mate, just wanted this guy. So long. And do you know what? Let's just quickly talk about him briefly before you go. How much do you think he's going to add to this Chelsea team if we do pull this off? Like, what are you expecting to see better in the midfield?
I just think most important it's not forward passing, but the type of forward passing that is like, it's not like, you know, as much as I love Jorginho, I mean, how many times do we attempt to see him play a long ball? Like the last game Enzo played before this negotiation was back on, can't remember who they played, but a couple of the passes he made, like it was just like he literally just split the whole defense open. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting to see. Lawrence is in there as well.
Lawrence, yes, I'm going to ping. I'll finish off soon because I know you're going live. So I'll ping. What we'll do is I'll resend everyone over to you. And I'll put your link in the chat for the Chelsea Fan TV because there's over 800 people on Chelsea Fan TV still that are probably going to want to continue. So I'll put everyone over to you guys when I finish off very soon. And then, like I said to you guys, as a promise, if we get Enzo Fernandez at 10:30 tonight, I will do a show with Pies, with Lawrence, if he wants to join, Charlie, whoever wants to join. I'll get a bottle of wine. Not a bottle. Not a bottle. I'll get a glass of wine. And then we'll sit down together and maybe Lawrence can join us as well.
You might need a bottle if it collapses, bro.
Oh, if it collapses, I'll drink a bottle, but I'll drink a bottle, but not live. Because I'm going to end up. I mean, do you want me, you, and no? It would be a horrible stream to watch.
Thing is, though, like a deal must be really close because you don't give permission for a medical. Like that, medicals don't really get talked about unless the deal is really close. Like, why would you give permission to have a medical if, like, you've got to get to that stage? Like, they must be on the final details. That's why I'm confident now from that report. Cool. I've just read it.
Man, I don't know. But Pies, what I'll do is I'll let you go and I'll quickly get people in for like 15, 20 minutes and I'll let you get set up over there. And then what I'll do is, we'll keep talking. And we'll keep talking, mate. That's all we can do. I'll probably see you over there. I'll drop you a message in the chat and whatever. But thanks for coming on as always. I hope your good luck has rubbed off, mate. I agree with you. It's looking more positive. But Ben Jacobs has commented now as well, actually, before you leave. He said, all I can add on the Enzo Fernandez at this point is Todd Bowley and Igbali have been really pushing hard. They simply haven't taken no for an answer, especially since Monday night. The deal remains on, and as per Sky, a medical can take place in Portugal. He just reiterated everything.
Todd Bowley is
it's a dark night, bro. You've seen my gifts, yeah? I've sent you my gifts, yeah? He is the Dark Knight. I'm telling you, like, if he gets this done, it's just flown out there like the Dark Knight. I was like, nah, do you know what? You lot are taking too long. Get out of the way. Let me get this sorted, man. Do you know what I mean? There it is as well. But Pies, yeah, we'll see how we gets on later, bro. I hope the next time I see you, which is later on, we can actually sit and enjoy what, you know, a potential deal for Enzo Fernandez, bro. But yeah, thanks for coming on as always. I'll catch you in a bit, yeah?
All right, bro. Let's pray. Fingers crossed.
Praying, man. I'm praying every day. I'm shaking, bro. See you in a bit. Bye. Yeah, right, guys. I'm going to give you the next 20 minutes to jump in, yeah, and then we're going to shut off. I'm going to come off because Lorenz is going live as well. I'm going to put his link in the chat. I'm going to redirect it to him as well, so you guys can jump over there and we'll go and dagger him. But he's on live on Rio channel. Big up to Kai, my boy, another one that's like as excited
Jim,
as me.
You know what, bro? This is the first time that you and I were excited about a player, bro. I love this guy. I love this guy since he was at Benfica, man. I can't wait. If he signs, man, oh my days. I'm buying an Enzo kit. I am buying an Enzo kit, man.
Kai, this Ornstein dagger coming in is a big thing, mate. I'm telling you now, we needed that.
Ornstein usually doesn't. That's that thing that the Pi said that is completely true, man. Ornstein doesn't just comment for the sake of commenting, man. You only comment if something is close.
Oh, boys, man. I can't. I am going to come back.
Gassed.
It's happening, bro.
Don't say that word, please. I can't take that. I can't. I don't know how to feel right now. Guys, I mean,
Couch, you don't get like how excited people are about this guy.
No, I clearly see it. And I understand why, but like, I mean,
he's messy to me because I know what
he's the midfield Messi. I think he is actually, when I looked at his evaluation, He's actually the highest valued midfielder along with Bellingham, man. Which, in my opinion, he's more complete than Bellingham. But what do I know?
Guys, I don't know what to say, man. I need more though. I'm getting that taste again in my mouth. I need that confirmation. I need that stamp. I need that dagger through the art, Ornstein style, straight through to the other side.
I just don't think we sell Jorginho without knowing somebody's coming.
That's what I said, bro. That's what I said.
That would be such a random business.
We do have other irons in the fire, though. It's not just the Jorginho stuff, because they could turn around and get a loan deal for somebody else, right? So I don't know if that much is as much of an indicator as the fact that they're allowing us to do this medical right now. And we're still there negotiating. The fact that we are still there, nobody's left for as long as we've been there, is a sign that something's close for me.
Oh, we're committed to it, Couch, all day. This is what I'm saying. I don't think there's no plan B. I'm being honest with you guys. I think they've fully gone hammer and tongue. Bowley there, Egg Bowley there. I think they're just pushing Rui Costa into a corner. You know, we need digging away in his fucking.
Bro, we need to trust him, man. Remember with the Mudrik? So everybody said, "Oh, the Mudrik deal, Chelsea are not gonna go for him." 2 days, bro. We went to Turkey. We got one of our board got a hair transplant, and we came back with Mudrik, bro. All sorted, man, in seconds. That's the same thing with this guy, bro. The same thing with this guy. We just take it.
Kai, if this breaks down now, mate, I can't. Mate, I can't. I won't be able to take it. I can't keep getting this crap. I'm just staying positive. I've been positive all day, even with the crap news that we've had all day from other, semi-journos that have been saying that it's collapsing and Rui Costa this, that. So,
bro, and honestly, about the Jorginho thing, yeah, I like Jorginho, but if we get Enzo, fuck Jorginho, bro.
Who gives the fuck about Jorginho?
Honestly, bro, if we get Enzo, man, Jorginho is man. Because if you think about it, yeah. The beauty about Enzo, right? He's very good on the press. He's very good on anticipations. He's very good passer. He's good off the ball. Like, he is the complete midfielder, man. So I am glad Chelsea are not giving up on him, man, because he's gonna be here for like 8-9 years, man. He's gonna be amazing. So I see why they want him, man.
Jacob Steinberg's just literally commented now from all of a sudden when he said it weren't looking great because they want the full up front. He's now saying increasing confidence that Chelsea will get Fernandez done. Bowley and Egbali are trying everything to complete the deal for the Benfica midfielder. So he's changed his tune. Typical.
Let's hope.
I don't know, man. Who else wants to get involved and have a say?
The thing I don't like about the Jorginho deal though is, although like many Chelsea fans don't rate him, he still has a value. And on top of that, he can complement Arsenal somehow. So I believe that's why I feel the way. I'm like, why is he going to Arsenal? I thought he was, a blue. But I guess, I don't know, the money spoke, or I don't know what Chelsea just wanted to bring in some revenue. I don't know what happened, but I wish he didn't go to Arsenal.
I hear that too. I'm kind of with the opinion that, like, you don't strengthen a rival. Like, this is a title challenge they're in right now. We're giving them what they desperately need in the midfield. Somebody that can control the tempo, somebody that could, like, basically kill games for them. So I'm not excited about it, but at the same time, we weren't going to re-sign him anyways, right? And
do you guys think Potter wanted J5 to leave?
That's a hard one to say. I don't know what the decisions are being. I think Potter is just a head coach. He's not a manager. So the head coach, to me, just basically works with the playing staff that the directors put in front of him. So if they're taking Jorginho out, he has to find the way to, basically assemble a squad without him. I don't think that he has an actual say in what the business of the club is.
But then how come, like, during the summer, Tuchel was being berated for not signing a midfielder, and now all of a sudden the manager doesn't have a say? Like, what's the difference?
I wasn't berating Tuchel. I don't know if that
most of the fan base was on Twitter.
That's the fan base. I don't know what to tell you. Keep in mind, we did sign Zakaria on the last day or whatever, close to that. So.
Yeah, if we go on signing based on our fan base, we're fucked, man. Because our fan base is the most divided one ever, bro. So
True.
It's a good thing the board is the one who makes the decision. But I'm gassed, man, and there's more good news coming. So can't complain unless we get that.
I'm still not confident.
Thing is, of course, Jorginho is going to go. Of course, he's going to go Arsenal. They're top of the league. If he's getting an offer, he's obviously going to go. It's just that.
I'm confident only because, number one, Ornstein doesn't just come out and put out posts like that if he's not 100% sure.
It's an Ornstein dagger couch. That's what that is, mate. It's
what I'm saying?
a semi-Ornstein dagger.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't say much. He's a guy that keeps quiet until he has all the information in front of him.
Couch, we know this, right? Rafinha, Kunde. Did Ornstein once comment on them deals?
And you know what the funny thing is? The people that are considered the mouthpieces for Chelsea, you know, that's changed since this new regime coming, because everyone used to rely on Matt Law for information. Whenever Matt Law posts something, it comes out. Nobody's checking for Matt Law anymore. It's all Ornstein for me, you know. Like,
I don't care about Matt Law. I really don't. He's gone down pecking order miles for me. To be honest.
That guy's been weird this transfer window of Chelsea. I don't know what if he's got something on his. Like, we've done something to him. He's been moving weird with the Chelsea news.
Honestly, John, I don't think that he has the sources anymore. Like, the people that he was dialed in with the club with, maybe that was like Marina or whatever, they're not there anymore. So he doesn't have the same connections as he once did.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the things he's reporting these days are a bit sour. Like they seem a bit backhanded. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys get that sense from Matt Law, like this window, but he just seems a bit sour. Like, I don't know what's happened there.
It's like with the clear out of the players. He never mentions the English players. It's always the foreign players that he mentions that need to leave Chelsea.
Well, he's a Villa fan anyway, so I mean,
I don't know how to feel, man. I don't know whether I'm just getting too. I'm not trying to get too excited, but I can't help it. Know what to do.
I'm good. I think that the club's heading in the right direction. Obviously, these guys have a signal of intent. If they sign Enzo, the signal of intent for these guys is over the roof right now. Like, let's be real.
I just think I need to go and I felt the whole day. Yeah, I felt like this the whole day, where I felt like we will get it done in a half. But I'm just trying not to get too excited over it. We just need that confirmation. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's done. Like, I need just that done. You know what I mean? But
guys,
we just got away.
So where do you expect us to finish?
Where? What? With Enzo?
In the league. Yeah, with Enzo.
I don't look. People think Champions League is miles away. It's 10 points. It is long. Don't get me wrong. But if we can somehow put some sort of consistent patch together, I think we'll probably find ourselves around. Someone's saying Simon Phillips. He just said
why? What does Simon Phillips have that like Ornstein doesn't?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I can't. German Simon Phillips. Yeah, but we need an. It has to be Ornstein for me. Cesar Melo's not said anything though as well. What's this? Fletcher, and getting much closer. What did he say? Yeah, no, that's what Ornstein's just said. Enzo Fernandez has been given permission to undergo a medical in Portugal. He's already said that there is heightened optimism that an agreement can be reached. What's Simon Phillips saying then? 1 minute ago. Enzo Fernandez is at Hospital da Luz undergoing medical tests. Chelsea and Benfica are still in negotiations. Cabine. Is that random? I don't know who that is. Cabine Sport. I don't know them. No clue who they are.
Just don't trust them.
It seems like it's going to happen. I'm just going to say that.
Let's not say that.
Why? Why?
Chelsea, I mean, everyone's there. So it's funny how all of a sudden it was negative. Now it's positive. That's why I can't get, because we've seen it before, man.
Somebody said Jorginho's too happy in those pictures.
Them Jorginho pictures made me laugh so much. I actually generally don't care much about Jorginho, I'll be honest with you. It's the fact of like, what will annoy me is if we don't get a midfielder and we've let him go when we've got limited midfielders anyway. Like if we like Kai says, if we get Enzo Fernandez and Jorginho's gone, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. Like, that's the truth.
What if Enzo gets injured?
Mate, think of it like this, right? The owners have actually, if anything, if we get Enzo Fernandez and we've sold Jorginho for 12 mil, instead of letting him go for free, they've actually made 12 mil. All right, it's gone to a direct rival. I get that. But are we that worried? Really? I don't know. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. But we'll see, isn't it? And the other thing is the mentality of the player. He picked to go there. He will keep banging on about the board as well. Players have to agree to go to clubs. So he wanted to go there. Let's not forget that as well. Yeah. So that's, I know it's going to hurt all the J5 stands' hearts, but you need to understand that as well.
Of course, he wants to go there. It's Arsenal, at the top of the league. He wants to win trophies. Of course, he's going to go there.
But the narrative used to be he wants to go back to Italy. He wants to go home. This, that, and the third. Like, I don't know where did this happen? Come from?
He can eventually go there after Arsenal if he wants to, because he can just go there after.
The contract, I think, is till 2024 with like an option for 2025.
Wow.
So it's pretty short.
I don't really know what much more we have to say, guys. Is there anything else you really want to say? I'm just now waiting for the yes or no. And like I said, I'll try and organise a stream later on. We'll come back around later this night. You know, maybe.
Everything's calm, man. Everything's calm, man. I'm not worried. I think.
Go on, Couch, you've been like that all day, though, to be fair. I'll give it to you. You've been quite calm. I have as well, until now. But, you know, I've been all right. But
What do we do if we don't get Enzo and we sold Jorginho?
I can't think of that. I can't think that.
Like, who's going to start in the midfield?
We're screwed.
Who cares, man?
Screwed.
What are we playing for at this point?
Well, then we're screwed if we don't get Enzo.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Conte's coming
here we
back,
go.
playing there, Kovacic, like, you know the names.
A big Argentina journo has come out and said Chelsea is contacting a factoring company so that they can pay the release clause, can avoid FFP and pay through time the money.
That makes no sense. What's a factoring company, anyways?
The factoring companies are basically a company that can process funds pretty much for you ASAP. So it's like
So
just
you
trying to
mean
get
like a bank?
Is that 160 million?
No, are we actually going to do? Are we actually going to get the news that Chelsea have committed to paying the full release? That's what I'm so interested in to next. If we've got this deal, how are we structured this? Are we actually bent down and gone, here you go, 120 million euros up front, paid up front, bang? Or have we gone 2-3 installments? This is what we agree and bang. I think it's going to be shorter installments, in my opinion. That's what I think is the only way.
There's no way we can do the release clause and get away with FFP.
Yeah.
I just don't see a way.
Just but then go do what Pi said. What is the real punishment of FFP when you break a rule?
No, in Chelsea, we'll get something big because it's just Chelsea.
No, I doubt it because I think there's a time window or there's some sort of shortages that you have to do. Like, I believe that if we spent 500 million, we'd have to clear out certain or make a certain amount in like 2 windows. I don't believe it. Like, it's not like La Liga where they'll finals deduct points and stuff. It's not like that. I believe that FFP, you have to make some kind of money back within a certain amount of time. And
they already hate us.
Of course, with Ziyech, Pulisic, and Havertz wanted to get out the door, we'll make that money back easily.
I think.
So,
go ahead, finish.
No, I'm finished. I think that's it. I think there's just a given time scale on it.
I think if we were paying the release clause, it probably would have been done already. So I think it's still some type of intricate. Yeah.
It's probably like 80 million up front with probably 2-3 installments later.
Declared, don't do that, man. Declared says, just open the bottle already. He's been confident all day as well. Give it to him. Thank you for the donation. Declare, he's saying pop the bottles. He thinks
well, you need the ball if you deserve blooming coming in.
Oh, mate, I said I'll do a stream later. I'm actually thinking about probably doing that. Jim, you have been like a teenage girl preparing for a first date. Shut up, Matty. Shut up. Well, yeah, I would do with you feeding my blooming tweets every minute of the second. What's Rob saying? Who's Rob? Is he talking about RJP, Rob, or something?
I think UEFA hate us. They're changing rules because of us.
We're going to do something.
You guys have some whack sources, man. Serious.
Huh?
Some whack-ass sources, man. Rob? Who's Rob?
Rob, RJP Journalism. Worth noting the Portuguese window doesn't close until the 2nd of February. And the Argentina window also doesn't close until then. Therefore, if Benfica were to agree to sell Enzo today, they could still sign his replacement tomorrow. So they're not tied to what we are.
Yeah, but our window shuts tonight. It's about
that's
our
actually
window.
fair knowledge. To be fair, that's fair knowledge. I'm
not gonna lie to that. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually decent for real.
They don't have to rush.
Like, so that means that they ain't got a rush, but we do. So that's probably why we've thrown hammer and tong at it, knowing that we've got to do it in this period. And Benfica are sitting back thinking, well, we've got to the second. So, you know, a day or two more.
We should sign who they're looking to sign as well after we sign Enzo.
We won't be able to.
No, we will never
Shut
be able to
the
negotiate with them again. If we do that, they're not going to negotiate with us again. That's a promise.
They're barely doing it right now.
I know. If we go steal that player, they ain't going to do it
Barely
again.
negotiating with us right now, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should get news in the next 2 hours, guys.
I want to steal that player just to piss them off even more. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Is there anything else anyone else wants to say before we finish off this show and hopefully go and relax for a bit and get my eyes off this Chelsea news for a second? And maybe we'll come back later. We're going to do a show tomorrow anyway, so we'll go back and we'll just open the lines full panel. And what we'll do is tomorrow we'll discuss all the signings, and then what we'll also do is talk about what I did earlier, how we should set up going forward and what we expect.
Body's first 6 months review.
And then we're also going to rate the signings as well tomorrow. So for everything. So I will need a panel tomorrow actually for that. I'll message the chat and whatever, and yeah, we'll go from there with it. Yeah, guys, other than that, do us a favor, right? I did this before. We'll do it again. There's still 800 people here at the moment. Big up to you, Zul. Check on the tweet, Chelsea Dodgers, please. This is the last time.
Out of the top 4, who do you think will actually drop points? I just don't see anyone dropping points.
Newcastle, maybe. I think Newcastle might. Look at that picture, guys. Does that make you happy? Chelsea are contacting I just read that out. Factoring company so they can read it. I've read this.
I don't know how I'm going to get with FFP. Just take the hit, I guess.
Take the hit, we move. Who gives the F? Guys, do us a favour, right? Go over to this channel, both GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV. Let's go and raid Lorenz again. And when you're in there, just put up a thumb and say GNA TV raid in the house. 700 of you still here. So go over there now. He's live at the moment talking about stuff continuing the transfer deadline day show. From my side, we are finished. We haven't had the Here We Go. However, we've had a semi-Ornstein dagger. So, you know, we're getting close. It's what I would say from my perspective of the hours that I've done to now. It seems that it's gone from a negative scenario more to maybe positive scenario. So fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed that in the next couple of hours, we can finally get Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea, and I might be back later on, like I said as well, if we get a chance.
Yes, sir.
So big up to every single one of you guys. Take care of yourselves, and
I hate Rui Costa.
Very soon. Like I said, tomorrow we're back anyway to highlight these players anyway. So take care. See you in a bit.